I'm Evan Cook, and I'm here reporting live for Varsity Sports. Today, we will be talking about Jaden Daniels' second year entering the NFL. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. The NFL season is finally here. Week 1 kicks off Thursday night with a classic NFC East rivalry, the Cowboys and Eagles under the lights. Now, unfortunately, I'm not here to discuss about that game. I'm here to talk about the Washington Commanders star quarterback and NFL 2024 Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels showed right away in his NFL debut against the Buccaneers that he wasn't afraid of that moment. Even in a loss, he flashed his arm, his legs, and the confidence that would define his rookie year. Daniels had quite the impressive rookie season. He had a 69% completion rate, and he averaged 209 yards per game, ended up finishing with 25 touchdowns and having 9 interceptions. Daniels had quite the rookie season, going 12-5 with the Washington Commanders despite losing in the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles, which ended with a score of 55-23. Now, I'm not just here to talk about his highlights. The real question is, how will he operate for year 2? Defenses already have film on him, expectations are sky high, and history tells us the sophomore slump is kind of real. Plenty of young quarterbacks have exploded in year 1, only to struggle with the league's adjustments going forward into the next year. Can Daniels build on top of that hype and keep Washington into a playoff picture, or will the pressure catch up to him? That's my topic right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Heisman Cook, reporting live for Varsity Sports.
Hi, my name is Devin Blankenship. I'm an intern at the Varsity Sports Show, and in this video, I'm going to talk about Sam Leavitt and why I believe he will be the 2025 Heisman Trophy winner for the Arizona State Sun Devils. In the Sun Devils season opener, Sam Leavitt clearly looked like the best player on the field without a doubt. He lit up the stat sheet, while some guys that are his competition didn't do so well in their Week 1 matchup. Filling up the stat sheet in Week 1 was one of the most important things Leavitt could have done, in my opinion, especially against an opponent like NAU, where he can just come out and dominate right from the jump. Some guys that are considered his toughest competition to win the Heisman include Arch Manning and Jeremiah Love, who neither of those two did particularly well in Week 1. Jeremiah Love, the running back for Notre Dame, a lot of people consider the best running back in the country, only had 33 yards on 10 carries in their game against Miami. Arch Manning, the quarterback for the Texas Longhorns, is another player that is considered to be potentially the favorite to win the Heisman. He's the projected number 1 overall pick in this upcoming draft. In their game against Ohio State, he failed to throw for over 200 yards. He also added an interception in their loss to open their season. With all that being said, nobody in the country had quite the day like Sam Leavitt did to open the season. Sam Leavitt threw for 250 yards on 25 completions. He also added 2 touchdowns through the air. He also ran the ball really well. He had 73 yards on the ground. He added 2 touchdowns on the ground as well, having about 330 total all-purpose yards with 4 total touchdowns. I firmly believe after starting the season 1-0, Sam Leavitt only catapulted himself towards the top of the Heisman rankings. I believe that Arizona State can go 12-0 this year, back-to-back Big 12 champs, find themselves right back in the college football playoff, hopefully getting a bye this year, and Sam Leavitt holding up the Heisman Trophy to end the season.
Good afternoon, this is Varsity Sports Show. My name is Rodolfo Gomez, reporting from Sacramento, California, about sports gambling, how it's affecting fans, players, and leagues across the country. Sports gambling is bigger than ever, but it's putting new pressure on athletes. Across leagues, players are facing waves of criticism, even threats, when they don't meet the numbers that fans bet on. The stakes aren't public. Some players are now being suspended as leagues investigate potential gambling violations, raising questions about fairness and integrity. Many athletes say that added scrutiny makes it harder to perform at their best, with every play carrying more than just the outcome of the game. Leagues are trying to balance the booming revenue from sports betting with the need to protect players from both public pressure and disciplinary action. As gambling becomes increasingly tied to the game, the challenge is clear. Can athletes compete without carrying the weight of somebody else's wager? With sports gambling comes great responsibility. How players perform, how fans react.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Marla Monto, and today I'm with Ruth Brooks, a Sacramento State senior who also rows crew. Ruth, how did you get into rowing?
Well, I started rowing during COVID. Growing up, I used to play basketball and volleyball, but obviously that came to a stop. And so I actually saw a rowing post on TikTok. And so I decided to email our programs in the area, found the coach in the area, and then I've been doing it ever since.
That's great. So what has been your experience rowing collegiately? You row at Sacramento State, a D1 program. What has that been like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rowing has definitely been one of the most challenging but rewarding things I've ever done in my entire life. Definitely waking up in the morning knowing you're going to do something hard, but being surrounded by 40 other hardworking, strong women has just been great as I've grown into my own in college.
Yeah. So if a younger athlete was interested in rowing, what would you tell them?
I would say just try it out. Email a coach in your area. If money might be an issue, definitely talk about scholarships. That definitely helped me when I was rowing. But rowing has been something that can kind of open you up your horizons. So just try it out.
Do you have any favorite moments, maybe in high school or collegiately while you were rowing?
I loved every race I was with Marla. Great experience.
Thank you.
But actually, last year I had the opportunity to row at the head of the Charles with rowing in color. And that was just a great experience, being around women who looked like me and having this common goal was just a great experience that I wouldn't have the opportunity to do so if I hadn't had joined rowing.
Thank you once again. That was Ruth Brooks. She rows at Sacramento State. And I'm Marla Munder with the Varsity Sports Show. Out.
Hello, folks. Gerald Lambright here, in a place where a game became a legend. In this part of our story, deep East Texas high school football became the stuff of modern myth. This was the era of the true fan, the community member that went to every game, that knew every player's name, and could tell you the story of a game that happened a decade ago, as if it were yesterday. This was a time when bonfires and pep rallies became sacred rituals, where a team's journey to the state championship was more than just a trip with the players, but an entire town piling into buses, cars, and trucks for a pilgrimage. Heroes walked among us, like Robert Hunt, who found his way from Burkeville, deep behind the Pine Curtain, to the NFL. Their stories weren't just about football. They were about the enduring spirit of the people in this place. They're in the memories of those who lived it, in the stories of triumph, of resilience, and of a shared pride that runs as deep as the roots in these East Texas pines.
Hi, I'm Ryan Gaylor from Varsity Sports, and I'm here with head coach of the Chaparral football team, Trace Carroll. Coach, I know you're coming off a big win last week, and this is a new week, new game. What are you looking for your team to keep that momentum going in this tonight's game?
Definitely for us, we just need to just execute our game plan. It's just that plain and simple. That's what we did last week. If we do that again today, we're going to come out with the W.
And who's one player or a couple one in general that maybe the audience tonight has be watching and they're not too familiar with, but will be familiar with after tonight?
Definitely our running back, number 2, Jace Wilson. He had a pretty big game last week. Transferred over here from Horizon last year, had to sit out 5 games, but he's really, really rolling now. He's a dynamic athlete, and we run a lot of our offense through him.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you. Appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Ryan Gaylord here reporting for the Varsity Sports Show, and I'm here with Saguaro head football coach Darius Kelly. Coach, I know last week you guys had a tough loss, but what are you looking forward to in this game to make adjustments and make the outcome go in your favor tonight?
Yeah, I think the main thing we talked about this week, man, is just taking care of our business. And that starts with us holding on to the ball, doing our assignments, doing our job straight up. So that's just the biggest focus we've been talking about all week is doing our job.
And last question. I see that your team is wearing green. What's the significance behind that?
Yeah, Coach Tug Garcia, he passed away years ago. He was an equipment manager here at Saguaro for many years, and he was loved and adored throughout the community. And he left a huge legacy here on Saguaro and this community of Scottsdale. So we wear the green because that was his favorite color. He went to St. Mary's High School, and we could just continue to honor him and his legacy. And what we call here at Saguaro, this is Legacy Week. So these kids are trying to build their own legacy, while us is honoring the past, honoring our alumni, honoring everybody who's come through this program and done great things. But tonight's Tug Garcia's night, and this is Saguaro Legacy Week as well.
Well, thank you for the time, and good luck tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to some Friday Night Football here. We got the showdown in Scottsdale tonight between the Saguaro SaberCats and the Chaparral Firebirds. My name is Keaton Thomas. I'll be doing your play-by-play tonight.
And I'm Antonio Gutierrez. I'll be your color analyst tonight.
And what a game, what a storied rivalry we've pulled here this weekend, haven't we?
Yeah, some people say it's one of the greatest rivalries in the state of Arizona, and I mean, it's been going back for decades now.
Decades. As it stands right now, the all-time record is 25-18 Saguaro. So these guys have met all the way back in the 70s. These guys have been meeting time and time again. This is an intense rivalry. We saw before the game they're shooting off fireworks as an away team. So that should just tell you how much disrespect these two teams have for each other.
Yeah, it definitely runs deep, and you can just sense by the way these guys are just interacting with each other pregame and everything like that. There's so much energy on this field right now, and they're not fond of each other, you can say that.
Absolutely not. Going back to last season just a little bit, just regarding Saguaro, their only win in 2024 was against Chaparral. Their only victory was, in essence, their biggest game of the season. So for Chaparral, they got to be feeling some negative feelings towards that.
Yeah, especially those people that were on that team last year coming back this year. It's never good to lose to your rival. And it's always going to be a chip on your shoulder coming the next year, and especially for these seniors, for both sides, you want to go out on a bang and win that last rivalry game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to get it going in the second game of the season, this is, on all intents and purposes, one of the most challenging games you're going to just open your season with. Typically, you save that towards the end, but they're starting with it right now.
Yeah, and it's a big game for both these teams, too. I mean, Chaparral already coming off a blowout win over West Point, 56-0 in their first game. But Saguaro dropped a very good game to a very good Desert Mountain team, 24-21 on the road. So they're trying to get back on the right track here in their first home game of the season.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we get set for a kickoff here, everybody's getting ready. Should be an exciting contest between two legendary programs. Both of these schools have won a lot of championships in the past. Most recently Saguaro winning in 2021 the Open title against a very, very, very good Chandler team.
Yeah, I want to say there's 20 championships between these two teams, 20 state championships. I mean, that's just prestige right there, and it's just going to be fun to watch tonight.
Absolutely. It looks like Chaparral will be kicking off to start the game, with Saguaro receiving the kick to start the first half of the showdown in Scottsdale.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this game tonight. Two very high-powered offenses that work pretty fast, as Saguaro is just very fast-paced, get the ball out, and make plays after the catch, after the run. And Chaparral, they're very explosive. They take shots down the field, and they're going to look to do that on the road here tonight.
Absolutely. We get set for kickoff here. They runs up. Kick is off. And they're going to go ahead and return it down at around the 35, and he gets tackled right at the 36. And that's where Saguaro is going to set up shop here.
I mean, it's a great start to the game for Saguaro right there. You're going to start 15 yards from plus territory, and that's never a bad way to start the game.
Interesting kick right there. It didn't look. It kind of looked like a squib kick a little bit. It was a little odd, but you know what? Saguaro's going to take advantage of that and get started with pretty good field position to start the game.
Yeah, and a good player to watch is quarterback number 7, Marcel Jones, for the Saguaro SaberCats. He's a dual threat quarterback, can get out of the pocket, beat you with his arm or his legs.
Starting off in shotgun here, 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 2 at the bottom, running back with him in the backfield. Motions over the wide receiver right there. Marcel Jones is about to take the snap here. Quick screen pass to number 9. That's going to be Procopio right there. Quick play, little bit of extracurricular right there. It's going to be close to a first down, if not a first down, for the SaberCats to start the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark Procopio like 1 yard short right there, but the big tight end, he's 6'3", 225. I mean, he's hard to tackle in every sense of the word. So they just get him on the slip screen and make Chaparral try to tackle him. They can't get him until after 9 yards.
And here comes that high-paced offense. Again, Marcel Jones, the Sac State commit, gets the quick first down here for the SaberCats.
Yeah, it's a great read option right there. I kind of got lost right there. I thought number 2, Ty Strozier, was the running back, had that ball right there, but Jones keeps it and gets that first down, moves the sticks, keeps his drive going.
Once again, in shotgun. Once again, 3 wide receivers to the bottom, 1 towards the top there. Marcel Jones in the backfield. Going to give it to Strozier. Oh. Have a penalty, perhaps? Go down to the field. It's going to be false start on Oliver Gibson to start the game, the first penalty of the game.
Yeah, first penalty of the game about 40 seconds in, but nothing too crucial here, but it's going to lead to about 15 yards to the first down.
Once again, you have 3 receivers to the top, to the far side of the field, 1 towards the bottom. Shotgun once again for the SaberCats. Pass again. Once again, quick first down. Back to the sticks. It's going to be Quentin Sims with the 7-yard gain.
Yeah, just a quick hitch route right there. Just takes 5 yards, turns around, and the ball is right on his chest. And, I mean, first and long, you take those plays, just get back to the normal sticks, and it's now just a second and incompletion, basically. So can run a normal offense here again.
Absolutely. Second and it looks like 7 here for the SaberCats here on their opening drive, getting past midfield. Going to hand it to Strozier, who's going to follow his blacker down to the 44-yard line of Chaparral. And it's going to be a 3rd and manageable here, 3rd and medium.
Yeah, great job by the SaberCat O-line right there to set the trenches right there. And Strozier just squeezes through to get 5 yards and short up a 3rd and manageable.
Chaparral getting guys off the field a little late there, but they're able to get there just in time. 10:24 remaining on this first drive. Marcel, 3rd down. Looks like they were changing the play right there. Didn't like what they saw, at least from the coach's perspective. Marcel Jones in shotgun once again, 3rd and 4. Takes a snap, drops back. It's going to zip it across, and it's going to be incomplete. Miles Cox, the DB right there, able to break it up. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, Miles Cox, a great play on the ball right there. And it was Sims again trying to do that, another little bit of a hitch route at the first down marker. But Cox not falling for it and crashes down on that route perfectly and bats that one away.
Interesting to see here, as it looks like they're going to go ahead and punt it here for the SaberCats, stalling out here around the 45-yard line. Back to punt, It's going to be Tristan Armstrong. Interesting to see him here today. And then returning for Chaparral, it's going to be Bennett Hart. Punts off. Signals for the fair catch around the 15-yard line where they will set up shop to start their own offensive drive.
And I mean, that was a good offensive drive for Saguaro right there. They got a couple first downs and were able to move the chains, but the Chaparral defense stepped up when needed, and they made some key plays, and they capitalized on the flag right there, which set them back, and they just didn't let them get to that first down, playing some great defense.
Playing some bend, don't break defense there, and that's going to take you far in a lot of cases. Chaparral scored 56 points last week, so this offense is incredibly dynamic. Danny Goddess, the quarterback here for the Firebirds, lining up in shotgun.
Yeah, and Goddess threw 4 touchdowns last week against West Point, and it was just one of them was like a 72-yard touchdown. A very explosive offense here, and they love to take shots downfield, so we'll see how the Saguaro defense handles that.
We'll see if they look to take a shot to start the game. Big rivalry game. Why not take a shot down the field? Am I calling my shot here? Maybe. interesting to see here. 9:56 here when they first get the ball here. Shotgun for Goddess. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, and they're just going to go with the play action there and gets immediately slammed right around the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Cash Park right there on the catch.
Yeah, Cash Park just had nowhere to go really right there, caught it, and was just met by the SaberCats defense, and he took a big lick right there. Only gained about 1 right there.
2nd and 9 here. Clock still running to start this rivalry game, this showdown in Scottsdale. Going to be on the far side of the field here. Once again in shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 at the bottom, 1-on-1 by himself. Interesting to see if they go to that. Going to go ahead and run the ball once again down to the 30. Big run there for Jace Wilson for the Chaparral Firebirds.
Yeah, Jace Wilson, one of the more dynamic players for Chaparral. He caught a touchdown and ran a touchdown in last week. He's just fun to watch, and he has that explosive speed, as you saw right there, just cut through that hole. And it's hard to catch him, but they get him out. The SaberCats force him out of bounds, but after the first down is gained.
First down here for the Firebirds. Their first down of the game.
Or it looks like they might have marked him a little bit short right there.
Oh,
it's going to be 3rd and 1 right here.
3rd and 1. Shotgun once again for Goddess. Saguaro showing pressure, and they're just going to hand it off. Are they going to get it? It looks like they got him behind the sticks.
And they did, yes.
4th down. Once again, it's going to be Braden Strom right there making the stop right there.
Yeah, Braden Strom off that right edge position just crashed on the opposite side, chased Wilson across the line of scrimmage and was able to get him down before even gaining a yard right there. And that's just great defense on 3rd and short, and they're going to force what looks like a punt here.
Exchanging punts to start the game here, with Elijah Jackson here looking to return the punt around the 30. They're on the 30-yard line, between the 30 and the 35. Punts off. Elijah just going to let it roll here. It's going to take a Chaparral tumble to the 30-yard line, 31-yard line.
Yeah, very, very friendly Chaparral bounce right there. That rolled another 10 yards, but Saguaro with a great defensive possession to start off this game. A 3-and-out against your rival. Just can't stress how good that is to start the game, especially with an offense like Chaparral's that scored 56 points last week. They were explosive out of the gate last week, and they were held to nothing here on their first drive tonight.
Again, exchanging punts to start the game. Could we be in store for a defensive masterclass here? What people would call real football, actually. Regardless here, we're going to be setting up shop here at the 30. Once again in shotgun for the SaberCats. He's going to drop back. Going to let one rip. He makes the catch. An excellent catch. Quentin Sims, unbelievable catch.
Wow, what a catch from number 3, Quentin Sims right there. They've been calling his name all night, and it's going to be a matchup to watch tonight. Miles Cox for Chaparral versus Quentin Sims for the SaberCats, and it looks like this might get called back to a penalty.
That's heartbreaking right there. Big play gets called back.
Wow, but that doesn't negate the fact how good of a catch that was by Sims right there. I mean, that's college-worthy right there. Goes up, Moss is a defender, and still gets a foot inbound. It won't count on the stat sheet, but I think that can still go on the highlight reel, I think.
That's going to be holding, unfortunately, on Saguaro. Wiping out a 50-yard throw for Marcel. Unfortunate indeed, as they're going to be put back at their 20. And now you're going from in Chaparral territory, so now you're deep in your own territory yourself. Rolls out to his left. He's going to strike it down to Procopio right there for a quick gain of around 8 yards.
Yeah, we've already seen that a couple times right here tonight where they're just finding Procopio in the flats or in the screens and just letting him work. He's a big guy. He's hard to tackle in the open field, and if you have it, why not use him? And he broke a tackle right there and was able to get a couple extra yards. It seems to be a game plan that they're going to follow all night.
Absolutely. 2nd and long here for the SaberCats. Very familiar position as they were in the last drive. Wiping, or just a penalty in the last drive. Put them in a very similar position. Let's see if they can overcome it in this scenario.
Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a sub here for the Chaparral Firebirds. Looks like maybe a little bit of a equipment malfunction for number 3, Miles Cox.
Once again in shotgun, Marcel is going to take it. The Sac State commit. He's going to bail out. And no, he's going to get it down the middle. It's going to be Oliver Gibson making it a 3rd and manageable. for the SaberCats.
Yeah, we really saw the dual threat on showcase right there for Marcel Jones. He rolled out to his left and saw Gibson get open over the middle of the field, threw it cross body, and made a dart of a throw and makes it a very manageable third down.
3rd and 5 here. Marcel Jones in shotgun once again. Potential offsides there. Did they get him on the hard count? They did. It's going to be, how close? Is this going to be a first down? First down here for the SaberCats, and they wiped out their own penalty. It's gonna be
great hard count there by Marcel Jones to get the Firebirds to hop off sides and get a free first down. Now it's going to be 1st and 10.
Once again, Marcel Jones, easy time to get it going right there. It's going to be a quick strike to Oliver Gibson for about 6 yards right there.
Yeah, they are spreading the ball around pretty well so far, the SaberCats. They already found 3 different receivers, and Gibson is one of them, and he's just been open. He's finding open space, whether it be on the sideline or over the middle, and Jones is just finding wherever he is.
Offense working fast. Twin backs in the backfield. Now he's going to motion over. It's going to be Schrozier taking the run. It's going to be very close. He's going to rumble, just moving a whole pile of Firebirds down for a first down for the SaberCats.
I mean, that's just a rivalry run right there. You have a couple defenders on you, and you just keep those legs churning and get that first down. That's just running with some grit right there for Schrozier.
First down once again here for the SaberCats. They're driving. Marcel in the backfield once again. They're going to go with a quick screen pass for a quick 5-yard strike. It's going to be Lane Meganault with the catch.
Yeah, another screen pass right there, and it's working right now for the SaberCats. Those screen passes and those wide receivers are blocking amazing right now on the outside. They're setting those edges and getting those open creases for the receivers that count the screen to even get some positive yards, and they're doing that perfectly so far.
Once again, in shotgun, going to be a 2nd and medium. Oh, it's going to be a fumble. They're going to be able to recover, but that's a 3rd down now, 3rd and long for the SaberCats.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to run a little bit of a play-action play right there, and it just got caught between the fake handoff right there. They just kind of weren't able to pull it fast enough, and it's going to be a little bit of a loss here. Obviously not ideal on a 2nd down. Sets up a long 3rd down, but I like the idea of the play-action right there. They've been running the ball down the throat of the Chaparral so far tonight, trying to capitalize on it right there.
Chaparral looking to get another stop, get their offense back on the field. We're going to get a timeout for Chaparral right here to look things over.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep. Thank you again.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Anwajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @VivaVarsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Welcome back to the showdown in Scottsdale. We have a 3rd and long for Saguaro. Chaparral calling a timeout, making sure they want to know what defense they're running to get a stop here. Shotgun once again for Marcel Jones. He's going to let it rip across the field. Big hit right at the sticks right there. What a shot right there from Chaparral, but is he going to get the first down there? Lane Meganault right there once again.
And it looks like they gave him the first down. Yes, they will. They're going to give him the first down. I mean, that's just a great 3rd and long play right there, and they just find the cover. They find the hole in the coverage. Looked like a little bit of a cover 2 right there, and they were able to find it right at the sticks. He takes a big hit, but at the end of the day, it's a first down. I think he'll take that hit every day.
Absolutely. That was a rocking hit as we see Claiborne Watkins, the DN, subbing in. Oh, no, he's subbing right back out. Excuse me. Once again, for 57 remaining, first down. It looks like we have another penalty. Timeout once again.
Yeah, it's going to be a timeout Saguaro here, trying to match Chaparral's defensive scheme.
We're going to go ahead and cut it to the field here for a live view on the field from Ryan Gaylord. Never mind, we're back.
We'll hear from them pretty soon here.
4:53 here remaining. I just want to talk about that 3rd and long there. Hard fought catch right there, just able to just take that hit, hold on to the ball, and get that first down.
Yeah, not only making the catch, but taking that hit and holding onto the ball and not fumbling that. I mean, he had no time to really like turn or face the defender. He got hit right in the side, right when he caught the ball, but able to hold on to it and get that crucial first down, moving the sticks. And, I mean, they're in enemy territory right here.
Absolutely. The furthest they've gotten down the field. Shotgun once again from Marcel Jones and his Sabercats. He's going to go for a slip screen play, get maybe a yard or two. It's going to be 2nd down. And now we're ready for a field correspondence from Ryan Gaylord.
With just under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, both offenses have yet to move the ball very far, but on this possession by Saguaro, they're moving the ball at midfield and they're hoping to cash in. We will have to wait and see what happens, but they're moving and they're hoping to get any points that they can. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
We're back once again. 4:05. Marcel Jones drops back one. Then he's got one-on-one coverage. It's just overthrown. It's going to be a 3rd down.
Yeah, trying to find the big receiver Oliver Gibson down the left sideline like he's done multiple times tonight so far, but it looked like just a little bit of a miscommunication right there as Gibson looked like he stopped that route looking to maybe have a comeback route. And it might have worked, but Marcel Jones thought he was going a little bit maybe for the end zone shot right there, just a little bit oversailed, but at the end of the day, it's just going to bring up a longer 3rd down here.
Just a slight hesitation is all it takes to take a throw from an overthrow to a dot right down the middle of his chest. 3rd and 5 here. Referees are going to convene here.
We'll see what they're talking about here. No flags on the field, no laundry.
4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Could we see the first passing touchdown on the season for Marcel Jones? Did not get one last week. Let's see if we can get one today. Something we're going to be looking out for in this game.
Looks like a little bit of a stoppage on the field here. Referee's going to talk to the coaches.
We're going to go ahead and go to break while they figure this out. 0-0.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
the showdown in Scottsdale. We have a 3rd and 9 in Chaparral territory for the Saguaro SaberCats.
Yeah, about 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score on the board yet, but the Chaparral student section really showed out over there.
Absolutely. It is a packed house tonight.
I mean, yeah, a rivalry like this, it's always going to be a full stadium.
Shotgun 3rd and 9, and we're going to get there's some dirty laundry. We were worrying about that. We were talking about that earlier, if that was the issue. Now that's the case again. And turning a 3rd and long into a 3rd and manageable, Chaparral is going to be kicking himself for that.
Yeah, another encroachment penalty for Chaparral. It's their 2nd of the night. Maybe a good hard count for Marcel Jones under center here.
That's his 2nd time tonight he's done that. 30 minutes, 59 seconds. 2 wide receivers to his left and to his right. Strozier in the backfield. He's going to go with a little halfback swing. He's going to be just short. He's going to be very close.
I mean, this brings up a very interesting decision, I should say, for Saguaro. It's 4th and a yard and a half maybe right here, and it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Interesting.
They got the big backs in.
A little bit of power offense here. They're going to bring in the big guns themselves on Chaparral. Braden Storm is going to come in here. And, broken play. Is he able to make it? Just barely makes it. It's going to be a 1st down there for the SaberCats.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. I mean, they had the big backs in the backfield right there, and it looks like just a little bit of another miscommunication as Procopio was the main back in the backfield, and he went to the right, and Marcel Jones held out the ball to the left, and there was just nobody there to pick up that handoff, so Marcel Jones has to improvise, and, I mean, improvise he did. Got all the way out of the pocket, beat a couple Chaparral defenders, and just barely got that 1st down.
Just took it himself. Once again, it's going to be 1st down here for the SaberCats. They're threatening the red zone here. Going to give it to Strozier, who's going to rumble his way. Still going up. He's not down. All the way down into the red zone. Big play. It's going to be Procopio. Excuse me.
Yeah, Procopio listed as a tight end. I mean, he's a big 6'3", 225 guy, but when you can put someone like that in the backfield, he can act as a running back. He's got the speed to be in the backfield, and right there he was, and just lowered the shoulder at the line of scrimmage and got a couple more yards.
Procopio, once again, is going to be in the backfield. Twin back set there. Again, they're running power.
Yeah, looks like there's going to be another timeout on the field for Chaparral.
2 timeouts in the first quarter. Very interesting decision here for Chaparral. We're going to cut to break here. Still scoreless here in the showdown at Scottsdale. Saguaro and Chaparral tied.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
Welcome back here. It's going to be twin backs in the backfield for Marcel Jones. 1 receiver on the bottom, 2 at the top. He's going to motion out his running back here. It's going to be 1-on-1, and he's going to come down with the touchdown. No, it's a pick, excuse me. Wow.
Oh my goodness,
I've never seen anything like that. That's a tug of war in the end zone, and Chaparral's able to come back. They're hyped on the sideline. Miles Cox again.
Oh, there's laundry on the field. Let's see what this is. It might have been thrown a little bit late, but like I was saying earlier, that is the matchup to watch tonight. Quentin Sims versus Miles Cox. It's been great all night so far. But Miles Cox wins that one, just a tug of war, like you said, in the end zone. And we'll see what this dirty laundry is on the field.
I thought that was a touchdown. And then he just rips the ball away. And once again, maybe a little bit of showboat in there for Miles Cox, but after getting a pick, you can't blame him for getting hyped.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're still going to get the turnover and get the ball. I mean, negate the great drive that Saguaro was having, but they are going to start deep inside their own 10 here.
Interesting to see there. Another drive stopped short as Chaparral is going to take over, like you said, at the 10 shotgun, and they're just going to run out. It's fumbled. Are they able to recover it? They are. 2nd and 15, 2nd and long for the Firebirds.
Yeah, quarterback for Chaparral, Danny Goddess just kind of took his eyes off that one right there, just bounced off his hands, falls to the ground. I mean, never a good way to start. Never a good way to start, even when you're back, especially when you're backed up in your own territory like this.
Absolutely. Time winding down here in the first quarter. Chaparral getting their second shot, second drive started here. 2nd and long, not a good start. Shotgun once again in his own end zone. He's going to take a shot down the field. Incomplete. Great defense from the SaberCats right there. Elijah Jackson with the deflection right there.
Yeah, Goddess trying to find number 13 Cash Park right there on the out route, but like you said, great defense by Elijah Jackson. Just got a hand in there, strapped up that play right there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 15 right here from their own 5. That's not very ideal if you're Chaparral.
What a swing. You get the pick, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 13. So, shotgun once again. He's going to be maneuvering from his own end zone. Dirty laundry once again. Let's see what this is on. And they're going to be backing up once again. And this is now a scary play for Chaparral here. In their own end zone. What do you do here? Third and a mile. They're going to go ahead and just go a little slip screen route. Going to get them out of the end zone at least. And down to around the 10 where they started.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty cautious play right there, but you have to be cautious. You were starting that play on your own 2-yard line, and on 3rd down, it's hard to take a shot right there because Saguaro was going to bring the house right there. I mean, you have a chance at a safety. They just drop it off to Jace Wilson, then try to make a couple plays, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up a 4th and 10, but looks like they're going to have to punt this one.
Elijah Jackson, who made the great pass defense on 2nd down there, is going to be returning the punt here in Chaparral territory is where he's going to be sitting there, right around the 47, 46-yard line. Punt's off, but we got some whistles. Another flag once again. Let's see what this is on. It's going to be another flag on Chaparral. I haven't been keeping count. It's got to be around 4 or 5 now at this point for the Firebirds in this first quarter alone.
I mean, that's 2 false starts just on this drive, on these last 5 plays alone. That's never a good sign for Chaparral. And now it's going to be a hard punt for their punter right here. His feet almost in the back of the end zone.
Going to be a snug punt for sure. Able to get it off, but Chaparral's going to take it. Oh, Elijah Jackson's going to have some room to rumble down to the 40, the 30. There is a flag on the field, but he's going to be down at the 30. Let's see what the flag is, though. Great return for the SaberCats. Let's see what the flag is on.
Yeah, very line drive punt right there. And Elijah Jackson just saw that take a big bounce, and he saw there was around 15 yards until there was a defender in front of him and just took advantage and got a good return of about 30 yards, but we'll see how it stands here after this penalty.
Could be a block in the back we're looking at here. One of these special teams penalties where it negates a huge play. A big play happens, and then you look in the back, there's a flag on a...
Return team number 5. That penalty has been accepted. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Saguaro.
It's going to be holding on Kydell Stone there. That's going to be end up being accepted there. 2 penalties. Like I said, special teams penalties. You get a big game-changing play there. You get down to the 30, and you look back. There's two flags not near the play.
Yeah, it was basically, I mean, that's basically where Elijah Jackson fielded that fielded that punt to start. So basically like a fair catch right there, but a little bit of a gut punch for the SaberCats. But they're going to that's another good defensive possession for the SaberCats. That's back-to-back great possessions.
52 seconds, their third drive of the game. We are still at a dead heat, scoreless time here in Scottsdale. Twin backs in the backfield for Marcel Jones. Drops back, clean pocket, and he's going to hit Quentin Sims for a big gain right there, down to the 30.
Yeah, Sims running a little bit of a skinny post right there. Just beat the defender, Miles Cox, on the inside right there. And Marcel Jones just putting it right on the money, right in stride. Let him make some yards after the catch.
Quentin Sims right there, big gain, and they're going to get right where the punt return ended up putting them in the first place. 1st and 10. Strozier's going to take it himself, bounce off a couple tacklers, get 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, great play by number 47, Andrews Norgard right there for Chaparral, containing that run and not letting it get outside, making the tackle in the open field.
10 seconds here, 13 seconds and counting. Let's see if they get a playoff before the end of the first quarter. Time winding down. And they're going to go ahead and start the second quarter, with the ball at around the 20 on the upper side of the field. No score here in the showdown in Scottsdale. 0-0 here. We're going to take it down to the field for a sideline report from Ryan Gaylord.
Through 1 quarter of play, we have a score of 0-0 with both offenses trying to gain their momentum and get at least some points. As we start the second quarter, Saguaro is driving, hoping to get any points that they can on this drive. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but Saguaro has the ball driving on Chaparral's 40-yard line. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
Welcome back to the showdown in Scottsdale. Start of the second quarter is no score here, but the SaberCats are threatening once again. This is their 3rd time threatening, getting into the Chaparral side of the field.
Yeah, the scoreboard says it's been a very defensive game so far, and that's true for Saguaro. They've really held the Chaparral offense, to basically nothing so far, 2 3-and-outs. And their offense has been moving the ball pretty efficiently. They've gotten inside enemy territory 2 times now, just haven't been able to fully capitalize.
That tug of war pick from Chaparral, that's something you're just going to look back on, and just like that was a huge stop for Chaparral as Marcel Jones once again in shotgun. Motion down from big number 7 on the offense. It'll be a quick strike to Procopio right there, and he's going to rumble down to the 20.
Yeah, that second down screen once again gets a good amount of yards. Going to be set up like a 3rd and around 1 right here. And I think that's the 3rd or 4th time they found Procopio in the flats or in a screen, and he's been running over people.
They've been using him a lot in motion today. Been noticing that. Big guy in motion. Once you get those legs moving, it's going to be hard to stop. Once again, in shotgun here for the SaberCats. Going to be very short. Going to just punch it in for a quick first down. Ty Strozier going to get down around the 13-yard line.
Another great rivalry run right there, just hammering it down the middle of the line right there, going through contact and getting extra yards. He dragged a couple of defenders, and then the Saguaro line just pushing with all their might, get a couple more yards, setting up inside the 15 now.
Gotta coin that term, rivalry run. Once again, start of the 13 here. Gonna give it to the back once again. Not be as successful. Be around the 10-yard line for second and long.
Yeah, obviously right there, you only get around 2 or 3 yards right there on the run, but if I'm Saguaro, I'm taking that all day. It's the way they've been running the ball is going to set up play action later in this game, and they've already tried to capitalize on that earlier, just made a little bit of a costly mistake, but we'll see how they play with that later on.
2 wide receivers to his left and right, running back there in the backfield with Marcel Jones. Looking like he's calling an audible here, switching the play up, see something he likes. Shotgun, he's going to take it, drops back in the backfield. He's going to lob it up in the end zone, but it just trickles out into the end zone. It's going to be no good and incomplete. 3rd down.
Yeah, bringing up a third down, but I love what Marcel Jones is doing right there at the line of scrimmage. It shows the composure that he has. He sees something that he likes and calls the audible, and it looked like Procopio was open over the middle of the field right there with a one-on-one matchup with the safety. And, I mean, that's a matchup you'll take every day, tight end versus safety. But the ball got deflected at the line of scrimmage, so a great play by the Chaparral defensive line.
Absolutely. The Sacramento State commit, showing why he is committed to Sacramento State. Once again, 3rd and long as we get potentially another timeout.
Looks like they're just going to make a substitution here on defense.
A little late substitution.
Maybe a little bit of another uniform malfunction.
That's twice today that's happened. 3rd and long. What play are you calling right here?
Right now, the quick passes over the middle have been working very well so far for the SaberCats. But if not that, you have a 3 set on the right side here with the big Procopio. I mean, maybe a bubble screen to him. Let him get to work. Let him use his body and try to fight for that first down.
One-on-one with Sims. Once again, could they go to that? Once again, another penalty. This might be false start.
No, they're going to call encroachment on the defense right here. Another one.
That's the 3rd encroachment of the day. The hard count working wonders for the SaberCats.
And, I mean, that's a very crucial one. There's been other fairly important ones, but this one takes a 3rd and 8 and makes it a 3rd and 3 inside your own 10 now. So this just opens up so many possibilities for the Saguaro offense.
Could go for it on 4th if you don't get it. Just run the ball, make it more manageable. Lots of options that, like you said, have opened up there. Once again in shotgun, Marcel Jones drops back, looks to flat, unable to get the pass, and throws it off. Is he able to make the catch? Incomplete. Just outside the end zone, Oliver Gibson unable to come down with the ball there.
And, I mean, that would have been a fantastic grab from Oliver Gibson right there. He went up and tried to Odell that thing one-handed, going away from his body. Wasn't able to make the catch, but a great effort right there. And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field here with 4th and around 3.
They're going to bring the big guys down there. Once again, they've been very successful today. 4th and 3. A lot of pounds on that big line right there. Marcel Jones going to just hand it off. Procopio is going to rumble in for a first down, I believe. He's very close.
And it looks like we'll see where the spot is.
Chaparral saying he didn't make it, and they don't make it.
Wow.
Another stop in the red zone for Chaparral.
An interesting spot right there. It looked like Procopio got to around the 3-yard line right there off the dive, but they're going to mark him short around the 4.
Around the 4,
and
interesting.
it's going to be a turnover on downs for Saguaro.
Back-to-back possessions for the SaberCats where you get into the position where you can score and you just come up short. Chaparral, bend, don't break. We talked about that earlier. Bend, don't break. They're doing a very good job of that.
And, I mean, yeah, that was an interesting spot right there, but Chaparral's going to start another drive inside their own 5-yard line here.
Which you can't complain about that if you're Saguaro, at least on the defensive side.
Yeah.
In the shadow of their own goalposts. Goddard's going to take it, shotgun. Pressure coming. He's just going to lob it up into triple coverage. Is he able to come down with it? No, deflected. It's going to be Cash Park. We've been calling his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about this, but the play selections you can call inside your own 5-yard line are very slim. It's hard to take a shot, but they did right there. They tried to find Cash Park. They had a one-on-one coverage, but just great defense by number 1, Tristan Armstrong. For the SaberCats, tips that ball up in the air, and it was maybe pickable, but no one in the area to get that. But it's going to force a 2nd and 10 here.
Tristan Armstrong making an appearance today. Not sure if he played the first game, but he's playing here today. Saguaro's definitely going to need him if they want to take a victory here tonight. And see, plays like that are going to help. They're just going to hand it off. Maybe get a yard. Still rumbling.
Oh.
Very careful. Where are they going to spot this ball? Around the 2, it looks like. It's going to be 3rd and long in the shadow of your own goalpost.
I mean, that was they were fighting after that. They were fighting that play for a long time. Whistles were a little bit late, and that they were just pushing back the Chaparral running back almost into his own end zone, almost forced a safety right there to the SaberCats.
Would you call that a rivalry run?
Maybe a rivalry tackle. They kind of forced him back.
3rd and long in their own end zone. Goddess takes the snap. It's going to fire it down to, ooh, makes a guy miss. Little shimmy, little shake. It's going to be around the 11 to 12 yard line. It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Firebirds, it looks like, unless they made the first down there.
It looks like they're going to mark Jace Wilson just a yard short, and they're going to bring on the punt unit again, it looks like. But, I mean, can't understate how that was a great move by Jace Wilson to even get close to that first down. Catches the ball around the 5-yard line, makes a man miss, and just forces himself almost to the first down. But going to bring up another 4th down, and the punter for Chaparral, number 83, Braden Baker, has been punting from his own end zone multiple times tonight.
Elijah Jackson once again back to receive the punt. He had that 20-yard return wiped away by penalties last time. Let's see if he can get some similar success with no penalties this time. Backs up, and that's an exceptional punt. Should lead that. Oh, he's going to go ahead and take it, and he's just going to backpedal more and more. 25 makes the guy's no, he's just going to be down at the 25. Interesting decision to take the ball there.
And, I mean, if you're Chaparral, that's the best case scenario for you right there. A great punt and an unlucky bounce and a loss on the return right there. I mean, that flipped the field fairly well. Elijah Jackson was initially standing on the 50 to return that punt. And a great punt, you have to say, by Baker for Chaparral, getting it to around the 40-yard line, and it just took another friendly Chaparral bounce and a hard return for Jackson. Just loses a couple yards, but they're still on their own 25 to start a drive. I mean, that you'll take that if you're Saguaro.
Absolutely. Some special teams miscues here for Saguaro. Like you said, the misreturned there from Jackson, and then the penalties from the previous drive. Something to note here, as we're in a scoreless game, everything matters. So, once again, Marcel Jones in shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 towards the bottom there. Just going to hand it off. Big gain right there. Ty, oh, he's got Ty Trozier to the 40, to the 30. He's got 1 minute to beat. He's going to beat him. 20-10, touchdown Sabercats, and the tie is broken.
Wow, what a play. And the student section is going crazy right now for the Sabercats.
Unbelievable run. Wasn't really touched right at the line of scrimmage and just turned on the afterburners for a big score. 6 points for the Sabercats.
And, I mean, the blocking up front for the Sabercats was just pure art, you could say. It was beautiful to watch. Set the gaps perfectly. And Strozier, with his blazing speed, was able to burst through that gap untouched. And with 1 man to beat and the whole field in front of him, you're not going to make that tackle 9 times out of 10. And they didn't that time. Gone. 75 yards.
Turning on the afterburners there. Putting the Sabercats on the board. 7-0 here. And Chaparral, you gotta feel a little bit soft with that. As we're gonna cut to a sideline report once again from Ryan Gaylord.
And we just had our first touchdown of the game scored by number 2, Ty Strozier of Saguaro. That gives Saguaro a 6-0 lead pending for the extra point. They are on the board and are up 6-0. For Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
Welcome back, and we're just going to talk about that offensive line, just how beautiful that run block was. Oh, my goodness. William Semenio with the pancake block, just setting up that just amazing run. Incredible work by that offensive line right there on that play.
And, I mean, Strozier, the running back, he's going to love running back behind this offensive line. They are big and bulky, and they know how to block. I mean, everyone on the goal line is over 6 foot, over 250 pounds, and they are just fun to watch and fun. I mean, they are manhandling the Chaparral D-line right now, and you've been able to see it with the product on the field.
Strozier had a touchdown last week. He was one of the touchdowns. He had 10 carries, 88 yards. He almost matched that just on that run alone. Oh, my goodness.
That was just straight explosive.
Once again, Chaparral going to take the kick, a little short kick. It's going to be around the 20, and the momentum starting to swing towards Saguaro's favor. They're getting hype on the defensive side of the ball right there. Cutting to break here. 7-0 Sabercats.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldies, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldie's Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldies.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion.
Welcome back here. We had a quick play to start the Chaparral drive, maybe getting 2 or 3 yards there. Chaparral looking to rebound after that touchdown, that big play from Strozier.
And I mean, it has not been smooth sailing so far for the Firebirds right now. I mean, I don't think they have gotten a first down so far today. The Saguaro defense has been swarming, gang tackling and everything, forcing deflections and kind of suffocating them right now. It's going to be a big drive for them here.
Shotgun once again here for the Firebirds. Drops back. A lot of pressure coming through. Able to break free. Big first down there. It's going to be Max Mangini for the first down.
I mean, a great play right there to break that first tackle from Mangini, and a great play design right there. Set up the screen, have the offensive line in front of him. They're going to go hurry up offense, try to capitalize on that.
Big first down there. If that was their first down, big play there. As once again, they're going to go right back to the running back, Jace Wilson, for a big 2nd and 5, but there's going to be another penalty.
Fairly late flag right there. We'll see what this one's on.
Perhaps a late hit? Interesting. Getting a verbal warning from the Saguaro sideline. I mean, we're in these rivalry games. Stuff like that's going to happen. Shotgun once again for the Firebirds. 2 wide receivers to the top and the bottom. They're just going to give it to Jace once again. Make a guy miss once again. He's been doing that all night tonight. First down here for the Firebirds.
Yeah, we have 2 very explosive and elusive backs, both wearing number 2 for both sides right now. Just finding holes and finding gaps. That one just, Jace Wilson just making a man miss in the backfield, making a man miss at the line of scrimmage, and just getting yards at the end of the day, and that's all he's focused on.
Empty set here, five wide for the Firebirds. That's the first time we've seen that today. 1st and 10 here, right around midfield. Danny Goddess takes the snap, 4-man rush. Quick strike, wide open. Makes a man miss, 20 down to around the 15-yard line. What a play right there for the Firebirds, and all of a sudden they're rumbling.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a zone coverage there for Saguaro, and Jace Wilson just found the hole right down the sideline. Nobody there, and that's an easy throw for Goddess, and Wilson made another man miss, but Kydell Stone coming in to stop that from being a touchdown.
Jace Wilson, they're just going to get stuffed right there on first down. Big tackle there for the SaberCats. Trying to stop this little momentum swing from pushing. Once again, it's going to be 2nd and long here.
Yeah, Cameron McMurray for the SaberCats just bursting through that offensive line and throwing down Wilson to the ground, making a great tackle and putting them right back to the line of scrimmage, almost a loss of yards there.
They're Let's see here. 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Jace to Goddess is left here. Shotgun once again motioning over to 2 wide receivers to his left and his right. He's going to roll out to his left. Take a shot in the end zone. Oh my goodness. Jack Bryda unable to come down with it. That was almost a touchdown for the Firebirds right there.
And I mean, Bryda got a little bit of separation in the back of the end zone and got us with an amazing throw right there, hitting him in the hands, but a little bit of a tough catch going towards the boundary right there. Not able to hold on and brings up a 3rd down right here. But I mean, that was a great throw from Goddess right in the breadbasket. Just a pretty hard catch to make.
I would say throw on the run. You're off balance a little bit. Unable to come down with that. That would have been an exceptional play. Going to be a timeout. Chaparral going to want to talk about it. Their final timeout of the first half. As we're going to cut to break here. Chaparral threatening, but the SaberCats are up 7-0.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami.
Firebirds trying to counter Saguaro's last score with a score of their own. Jace Wilson in the backfield with Goddess motioning. A lot of motion going on for the Firebirds. Pressure coming, able to escape the sack. But they're going to bring him down. A big sack there for Saguaro. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, number 77, Tyler King, the first one to get to him right there in the backfield. Wasn't able to make the sack eventually, but just busted through the offensive line instantly. Instant shedded that block. And, I mean, that's just a great comeback play right there out of the timeout to really set the tone and set up a 35-yard field goal here.
Field goal try setting up here. Putting the Firebirds on the board here in this showdown in Scottsdale.
And in warm-ups, we were seeing this kicker for Chaparral make some decently long kicks.
And he drills it right down Broadway. 3 points for the Firebirds. It's going to be 7-3.
Yeah, Braden Baker just drilled that one through the uprights. I had a couple, maybe 20 yards more on that one right there.
We're going to go live down to the sideline with Ryan Gaylord with the sideline report.
As we just saw, Saguaro's defense was able to bend but not break with only allowing 3 points on that defensive possession. The score is now 7-3 SaberCats with 5 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the first half. For Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
Welcome back. Chaparral finally getting on the board here with the field goal. 7-3 here in this rivalry game.
A great turnaround drive for Chaparral right there. They hadn't been able to get anything really going at all in this game, and they had a great drive to even get – they got within the 10-yard line right there, but not able to capitalize, but get points on the board, 7-3 with about 5 minutes left here in this first half.
Touchback here for Saguaro as we get set here for another drive here for Marcel Jones and his SaberCats.
And for the SaberCat offense, you've been driving the ball with the short dinks and dunks like that. You're getting down the field. But your touchdown came from a very explosive 75-yard run from your running back. So it's kind of hard to game plan after you're scoring like that. But I think they got to stick to their original game plan of just keeping the ball going around the field to every different receiver, keeping the ball in the hands of Strozier, the running back, and just letting him make some plays.
Guys like Procopio, guys like Sims and Gibson have been very effective here today. But like you said, Strozier's had the highlight play thus far. 1st and 10 here. Procopio once again in motion as they're just going to dish it out to Strozier after the big run on the last drive. Nothing going on this one. Chaparral, the memory of that 75-yard touchdown fresh in their minds.
Yeah, just handing off to Strozier, trying to get him to the outside. But number 4 for Chaparral, Luke Lang, making a great play from his backer position, getting out to the outside and not letting Strozier make a move on him.
2nd and long here for Saguaro. Shotgun, once again, pressure is coming. Able to dish it out. Tristan Armstrong making an appearance today. His first catch of the season.
I mean, a great catch right there. Just finding the open space and just sitting in that open space right there, letting Marcel Jones find him. Found him, got a couple extra yards. First down, SaberCats.
Once again, this offense is like a well-oiled machine right now. Aside from a couple of mistakes, as we got shotgun once again. Another quick pass. It's going to be number 80. Oh, okay, he's going to fumble the ball, unfortunately. Is it Chaparral ball? Meg McNault, their refs are talking about it. Was he able to get down? It's going to be Chaparral ball, unable to keep the ball in his hands, and Chaparral's got a huge opportunity here.
Yeah, that was an interesting call there right there because that ball came out right after McNault caught that ball. So it was a little bit of a debate on whether he had full possession before he even was able to fumble the ball, but it looks like the ref's going to call it a fumble, and Chaparral trying to swing the momentum back in their way.
Head coach for the SaberCats not happy with that one.
That was a very bang-bang play on whether he had full possession or not. At the end of the day, the referees are always right.
Gotta trust their calls. Absolutely. With Chaparral having that successful drive last time, let's see if they can potentially take a lead here. Jace Wilson, flag coming in, but a first down once again for Chaparral, barring the penalty.
And I think both teams have the same game plan right now. Feed the running back wearing number 2. They both got running backs wearing number 2, and they're both very explosive. And Jace Wilson is just shifty right now. That's really the best way to describe him, but this one not going to be for positive yards.
Unfortunate.
And it's going to be holding against the Firebirds.
A lot of penalties here today for Chaparral. If you had to pinpoint a weakness for this team, it's been penalties.
Oh, for sure. And there's some of them are a little bit unwarranted, you could say, like the encroachment calls and the false starts and stuff like that. But the holding right here, just a little unfortunate as it calls that play back and sets up a first and 20? Ooh.
First and 20 for Mr. Goddess here. Shotgun once again with Jace in the backfield. He's going to dish it out to him with the screenplay. Makes the other guy miss. He's been so shifty. He's still moving down. Keeps another guy miss. He can't be tackled right now. That's going to be dang near a first down.
Oh, my goodness. This guy's fun to watch, man. Jace Wilson is just everywhere right now. He can go inside, go outside, spin move, break a tackle. He's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now for the Firebirds offense, and no different right there. Just really gave it to him on a screen pass right there, and he got 19, 20 yards on his own.
It's going to be 2nd and 1. Shifty for Jace Wilson. They're just going to give it right back to him. No, they're just going to have a QB keeper. God, it's just going to slide, take the first down for the Firebirds.
And I love that play call from the Firebirds right there. I mean, everyone on the field knows that number 2 is one of the more dynamic players, if not the most, on the field right now. So you run a little bit of a read option right there, and Goddess makes the right decision, sees it a little bit of an opening, and just gets the first down, goes down. They marked him short?
They marked him short there. Slid a little early.
They're saying he slid a little early, yeah.
Interesting. 3rd and 1 now. Do you just go with that? You just give it to Jace right here once again? Just let him rumble? They stacked the box right there, though, for Saguaro. A lot of guys on that line. 3rd and 1. Very important 3rd and 1 here. The middle of the field. They're going to go ahead and pass. Just going to lob it downfield. And just overthrows him. Ryan O'Shaughnessy, the big tight end. Unfortunate. Or the big wide receiver, excuse me. Unfortunate. It's going to be 4th and 1 here. What do you do here if you're the Firebirds?
Honestly, The obvious answer is Jace Wilson, but the way Saguaro packed that box on that last play, it's going to be hard to play. It's going to be hard to play that game. And I do like that play call from Chaparral to try to find O'Shaughnessy. Just a little bit of an overthrow. He did have his man beat, but they're gonna. It looks like they won't load the box as heavily this time, so maybe Jace Wilson could be in play here on this huge 4th down right around midfield.
They are in shotgun, though, so it's going to be quite the distance to travel just for a measly yard. 4th and 1, big, important play here. They're going to go ahead and throw it. Deflected, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Jaden Wiseman. It's going to be Saguaro ball here for the SaberCats.
Yeah, and that play was designed for number 22, Max Mangini right there. Had him in motion come across the field, and Wiseman just followed him across the whole field, stuck to him like glue, and just really crashed down on that flat route, got a hand up, and it's all you need to do on 4th down. Get that ball to the ground, give your team the ball back.
There's going to be a couple of plays we remember here today as just important reasons why they won. That breakup right there is one of them, turning a driving Chaparral offense, just turning them off right there. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 1, unable to convert. As Saguaro is going to take control here from around the 45, and they're just going to give him to the big running back who's had success here today, Strozier, about a 7-8 yard gain.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just go right back to the guy who's going to get you positive yards almost every play right now, and that's Strozier.
Once again, shotgun, 2nd and short here as time slowly dwindles down here. Big first down. Oliver Gibson makes the catch. Going to be first down here for the SaberCats.
Yeah, and the Saguaro offense is running like a well-oiled machine right now. When they run the ball, they're getting positive yards, and when they're passing the ball, they are getting the ball out quick. Snap, snap, and it's out. And it's going to be an open receiver most of the time like that.
With 1:55 and counting remaining, perhaps a false start here, maybe another encroachment. False start. False start on Saguaro here. The importance of Saguaro trying to cash in here as I don't believe they get the ball back as I believe they received to start the game. Getting a score here, any score for that matter, is huge, especially in a close game like this to end the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, a little bit of an uncharacteristic false start right there for the SaberCats as they've been the one with the hard count getting the Firebirds offsides themselves. So a little bit uncharacteristic here at the end of the first half.
Turning it into a 1st and long here. Marcel Jones going to take it himself. Makes a guy miss. Oh, my goodness. Makes another man miss. Big run. Almost a first down. That's a big gain right there just to counter that penalty.
And, I mean, that is not a quarterback running the ball right there. That's just an athlete running the ball. I mean, your usual quarterback is not going to be doing that, but Marcel Jones is. There's a reason he's committed to Sacramento State. Just runs the ball straight up the middle, season opening, and just makes a couple men miss and just runs through the contact.
2 wide receivers to the top of your screen here. Marcel Jones perhaps looking to take a shot. No, he's just going to scramble. Able to get the pass off. Picked up. No, unfortunate. That was almost a snag right there for Chaparral. Marcel Jones had to just get it away. Lucky that wasn't intercepted right there.
Yeah, I mean, a great adaptive play from Marcel Jones to even get out of the pocket right there and avoid the sack, but try to get that one to number 4, Oliver Gibson on the end right there. But number 12, Luca Ingenti for Chaparral just made a great play, almost a diving interception, full extension, but just knocks it to the ground, and it's going to keep up 3rd down and around 1 yard here.
Plenty of plays here that would have been SportsCenter top 10.
You can say that for sure.
As they're just going to give it to Strozier here, that's going to be an interesting spot here.
It's going to bring up a 4th down here. And personally, I think with 1 minute here in the half, you're in enemy territory, and you have the heavy set running backs that are pretty necessary to get a 4th and short like this. It seems like they might do that here.
Chaparral with no timeout, so they can't stop the clock here to try to get the ball back. Very likely that Saguaro takes as much time as they need, perhaps calls a timeout. No, they might just go for here. Power set here, just going to let the big man rumble. Procopio, that's a first down and then some with 30 and a half seconds. Timeouts, Saguaro.
And that's just a great play, great play call for Saguaro right there. You have the big backs in the backfield. It's 4th and short. Run it up the gut, and you know you can get it, and you have timeouts to work with. But the clock's going to be running here with around 25 seconds left. They did not call a timeout.
Interesting. They stopped the clock there. You would have thought there would be a timeout. 18 seconds here. They're just going to little play action pass. Marcel Jones trying to find something. Just going to throw it off down to the sideline. Stop the clock there. With around 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, Saguaro actually subbed in big D end. 6'5", 287, number 99, Claiborne Watkins right there, and he actually went out and ran a route. Looked like maybe it was a little bit of a design trick play maybe, but Chaparral all over it and nothing cooking right there.
He's been checking in a lot tonight. Interesting to see that he got a designed route for him, so they clearly think he's... Oh.
And there was a penalty on Saguaro, an ineligible man downfield, tongue twister right there. But so that's going to bring them back a little bit. And then with just around 11 seconds left in this first half, we'll see how they play this around 30 yards from the end zone. Got to be a little bit aggressive if you want to go towards the end zone. And we'll see if they do try to set up a field goal here.
We did see the Saguaro kicker kick it from around this area today in pregame warm-up. So they can go for the 3 here, as Saguaro's going to take a timeout here with 11 seconds remaining. 7-3 here with Saguaro threatening.
I mean, this has been a great first half so far of football. It's been fun to watch. Saguaro has been very fun to watch on offense, and they've been controlling the time of possession so far. They've really been able to build long drives play after play and just kind of wear down the Chaparral defense, but the Chaparral defense is doing the definition of bend, don't break. They are just holding the Saguaro offense inside the 20, inside the 30, and not letting them get in that end zone except for that one 75-yard touchdown. That wasn't in the red zone. So their red zone defense for Chaparral has been amazing so far tonight.
Call that a difference maker and a half right there. If you want to point to a play of the game, that's it right there for Ty Strozier. With 11 seconds, 12 seconds left on the clock, what play are you running right here?
I think for this first play, you got to get something a little bit downfield, make the last throw a little bit more manageable, see if you can get something open over the middle of the field, maybe a quick route in the slot or something like that. Or, you know, you do also have number 3, Quentin Sims, who's made a couple of very contested catches, so we'll see what they do.
Marcel Jones just going to lob it downfield. Unable to make the catch there. Going for Tristan Armstrong. Still looking for that first passing touchdown of the season for Mr. Marcel Jones here. Interesting to see what they do here with 5 seconds left. Do they try to kick it maybe a quick go route, just lob it up, hopefully you have time?
This might be a little bit out of range. This would be a pretty long field goal right here. So it looks like they're going to keep the offense here and just try to get to the end zone. And Chaparral, you have to think, will be playing a little bit deeper. But you also have to make an open field tackle. If they get this ball short, not a lot of people on Saguaro's team is easy to tackle.
Playing a little bit of prevent defense here. Another timeout here for Saguaro. Very intense end of the first half here.
Yeah, you can say that for sure. I mean, any rivalry game is going to be intense, but especially a game that's 7-3 with 2 very prestigious programs going at it. They're set to be fireworks, like there were pregame.
Like there were. We might see them again here in the second half here as they come out of the locker room potentially.
But it looks like Saguaro's kicker is getting a little bit warmed up here on the sideline.
This would be, where are we at? We're going to cut to break here before the final plays of the first half. 7-3 Saguaro with Saguaro threatening.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Bunch play here. Marcel Jones with the clock expiring. There's going to be no time. He has to make a play here. Just going to lob it downfield. Hail Mary style. Incomplete. And we're going to go to halftime here. Saguaro 7, Chaparral 3 in a very intense showdown in Scottsdale.
Yeah, great first half here between these two teams. It's been very fun to watch. And, I mean, I'm very excited for the second half. Friday Night Lights.
Absolutely. Teams going into the locker rooms for halftime.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, I'm Andrew Neeram, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
I'm Heaven Cook, and I'm here reporting live for Varsity Sports. Today, we'll be talking about Jaden Daniels' second year entering the NFL. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. The NFL season is finally here. Week 1 kicks off Thursday night with a classic NFC East rivalry, the Cowboys and Eagles under the lights. Now, unfortunately, I'm not here to discuss about that game. I'm here to talk about the Washington Commanders star quarterback and NFL 2024 Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels showed right away in his NFL debut against the Buccaneers that he wasn't afraid of that moment. Even in a loss, he flashed his arm, his legs, and the confidence that would define his rookie year. Daniels had quite the impressive rookie season. He had a 69% completion rate, and he averaged 209 yards per game, ended up finishing with 25 touchdowns and having 9 interceptions. Daniels had quite the rookie season, going 12-5 with the Washington Commanders despite losing in the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles, which ended with a score of 55-23. Now, I'm not just here to talk about his highlights. The real question is, how will he operate for year 2? Defenses already have film on him, expectations are sky high, and history tells us the sophomore slump is kind of real. Plenty of young quarterbacks have exploded in year 1, only to struggle with the league's adjustments going forward into the next year. Can Daniels build on top of that hype and keep Washington into a playoff picture, or will the pressure catch up to him? That's my topic right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Heaven Cook, reporting live for Varsity Sports.
Hi, my name is Devin Blankenship. I'm an intern at the Varsity Sports Show, and in this video, I'm going to talk about Sam Leavitt and why I believe he will be the 2025 Heisman Trophy winner for the Arizona State Sun Devils. In the Sun Devils season opener, Sam Leavitt clearly looked like the best player on the field without a doubt. He lit up the stat sheet, while some guys that are his competition didn't do so well in their Week 1 matchup. Filling up the stat sheet in Week 1 was one of the most important things Leavitt could have done, in my opinion, especially against an opponent like NAU, where he can just come out and dominate right from the jump. Some guys that are considered his toughest competition to win the Heisman include Arch Manning and Jeremiah Love, who neither of those two did particularly well in Week 1. Jeremiah Love, the running back for Notre Dame, a lot of people consider the best running back in the country, only had 33 yards on 10 carries in their game against Miami. Arch Manning, the quarterback for the Texas Longhorns, is another player that is considered to be potentially the favorite to win the Heisman. He's the projected #1 overall pick in this upcoming draft. In their game against Ohio State, he failed to throw for over 200 yards. He also added an interception in their loss to open their season. With all that being said, nobody in the country had quite the day like Sam Leavitt did to open the season. Sam Leavitt threw for 250 yards on 25 completions. He also added 2 touchdowns through the air. He also ran the ball really well. He had 73 yards on the ground. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground as well, having about 330 total all-purpose yards with 4 total touchdowns. I firmly believe after starting the season 1-0, Sam Levitt only catapulted himself towards the top of the Heisman rankings. I believe that Arizona State can go 12-0 this year, back-to-back Big 12 champs, find themselves right back in the college football playoff, hopefully getting a bye this year, and Sam Levitt holding up the Heisman Trophy to end the season.
Good afternoon, this is Varsity Sports Show. My name is Rodolfo Gomez, reporting from Sacramento, California, about sports gambling, how it's affecting fans, players, and leagues across the country. Sports gambling is bigger than ever, but it's putting new pressure on athletes. Across leagues, players are facing waves of criticism, even threats, when they don't meet the numbers that fans bet on. The stakes aren't public. Some players are now being suspended as leagues investigate potential gambling violations, raising questions about fairness and integrity. Many athletes say that added scrutiny makes it harder to perform at their best, with every play carrying more than just the outcome of the game. Leagues are trying to balance the booming revenue from sports betting with the need to protect players from both public pressure and disciplinary action. As gambling becomes increasingly tied to the game, the challenge is clear. Can athletes compete without carrying the weight of somebody else's wager? With sports gambling comes great responsibility: how players perform, how fans react, and how we see player performances. From Varsity Sports Show, this was Rodolfo Gomez.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Marla Mundell, and today I'm with Ruth Brooks, a Sacramento State senior who also rows crew. Ruth, how did you get into rowing?
Well, I started rowing during COVID. Growing up, I used to play basketball and volleyball, but obviously that came to a stop. And so I actually saw a rowing post on TikTok. And so I decided to email our programs in the area, found the coach in the area, and then I've been doing it ever since.
That's great. So what has been your experience rowing collegiately? You row at Sacramento State, a D1 program. What has that been like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rowing has definitely been one of the most challenging but rewarding things I've ever done in my entire life. Definitely waking up in the morning knowing you're going to do something hard, but being surrounded by 40 other hardworking, strong women has just been great as I've grown into my own in college.
Yeah. So if a younger athlete was interested in rowing, what would you tell them?
I would say just try it out. Email a coach in your area. If money might be an issue, definitely talk about scholarships. That definitely helped me when I was rowing. But rowing has been something that can kind of open you up your horizons. So just try it out.
Do you have any favorite moments, maybe in high school or collegiately while you were rowing?
I loved every race I was with Marla. Great experience.
Thank you.
But actually, last year I had the opportunity to row at the head of the Charles with rowing in color. And that was just a great experience. Being around women who looked like me and having this common goal was just a great experience that I wouldn't have the opportunity to do so if I hadn't had joined rowing.
Thank you once again. That was Ruth Brooks. She rows at Sacramento State. And I'm Marla Mundell with the Varsity Sports Show. Out.
Hello, folks. Gerald Lambright here, in a place where a game became a legend. In this part of our story, deep East Texas high school football became the stuff of modern myth. This was the era of the true fan, the community member that went to every game, that knew every player's name, and could tell you the story of a game that happened a decade ago, as if it were yesterday. This was a time when bonfires and pep rallies became sacred rituals, where a team's journey to the state championship was more than just a trip for the players, but an entire town piling into buses, cars, and trucks for a pilgrimage. Heroes walked among us. Like Robert Hunt, who found his way from Burkeville, deep behind the Pine Curtain, to the NFL. Their stories weren't just about football. They were about the enduring spirit of the people in this place. They're in the memories of those who lived it, in the stories of triumph, of resilience, and of a shared pride that runs as deep as the roots in these East Texas pines.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep. Thank you again.
Hey everyone, I'm Jorge Guajardo, your play-by-play broadcaster for Viva Varsity, the brand new Spanish broadcast of the Varsity Sports Show. We're here to fuel your love for the game, bring you exclusive interviews, and celebrate every play right alongside you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram @VivaVarsity for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and everything happening on and off the field. This is Viva Varsity, where the game comes alive in your language.
Hi, I'm Adam Maggard, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this semester. Over the next 4 months, I'll be covering high school and junior college sports across Arizona. From Friday Night Lights to heated rivalries, I'll be bringing you highlights, interviews, and the stories that make local sports so exciting. What I love most about sports is the passion, the community, and the way that every game has its own story, and I can't wait to share that with you. So be sure to follow the Varsity Sports Show all season long. It's going to be an incredible ride, and I can't wait to take you with me.
Hello everybody, my name is Antonio Gutierrez and I'll be interning with the Varsity Sports Show this upcoming fall semester with the broadcast team. I'm a current rising junior at the Arizona State University Walter Cronkite School of Journalism studying sports journalism. During my 3 years at the Cronkite School, I've been able to cover multiple sports with the Sun Devils, including volleyball, basketball, and baseball this last spring. During my time, I've learned valuable skills both in front and behind the camera, helping expand my passion for the love of sports. I'm very excited to work with my peers this upcoming fall to not only better myself, but help better themselves to become all-around good journalists.
Hey guys, Vince here from the Varsity Sports Show. Nothing beats a hometown touchdown, on the field and on the table. Join us at Zips or Goldie's, where families, friends, and teams come together for great food. They make everything fresh, like their hearty burgers or irresistible focaccias. The restaurants are family-friendly with a huge menu and plenty of seating. Goldie's Sports Cafe is in Scottsdale at Via Linda and Mountain View Road, and Zips Sports Grill has 14 Valley locations. Come hungry, see you soon at Zips or Goldie's.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Hold on. There's the coach coming through. Alrighty, welcome back everyone to the showdown in Scottsdale. We've got an incredible game here so far, 7-3 Saguaro, and just dominant performances by the running backs here to start the first half.
Yeah, you can't even stress that enough. The running backs wearing number 2 for both teams have just been amazing. For Saguaro, it's Tyus Rozier, and he had the one touchdown in the game is an explosive 75-yard touchdown where he just used that breakaway speed behind a great offensive line play and just broke away for a big touchdown. And on the other side, Jace Wilson is just one of the more elusive backs I've seen in high school football recently.
Shifty.
He's just fun to watch in the backfield because even if you meet him in the backfield, it's very hard to get him down. Even if you get a hand on him, he might even break the tackle too. He's very multifaceted when it comes to being a running back.
We're going to cut down to a quick sideline report from Ryan Gaylord before the start of the second half. Ryan, take it away. Oh, never mind. Just a quick reminder, just topics to discuss right here. One running back that played a lot here at Saguaro was DJ Foster, if everyone remembers. Arizona State legend DJ Foster. Very reminiscent of his performances here from both running backs here today.
And I mean, that's a great company to be compared to. DJ Foster was one of the better running backs in college football when he was at Arizona State. So I mean, he was fun to watch, and these two running backs are more than fun to watch. It's been a great game to see.
Absolutely. And now we have our sideline report from Ryan Gaylord. Ryan, take it away.
Come up to the track.
After one half of play, Saguaro leads Chaparral 7-3, with both offenses struggling to move the ball from time to time. But as we saw at the end of the first half, Saguaro had an opportunity to at least get some points, but they opted to go for it and ended up with nothing. We'll have to see in the second half what adjustments they made and see what can contribute to more points for them in the second half. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
7-3. We got a little bit remaining here before the second half. Chaparral getting the ball here. If you're Chaparral, what do you got to do here to open up the second half?
They really kind of found a stride in their offense there at the end of the first half right there. They only have a field goal on the board, but they've been driving those last couple of drives. And the way it's been is obviously getting in the hands of number 2, Jace Wilson, but also just getting the ball out quickly. Short routes, slants, screens, flats. They've all been working semi-well for Chaparral so far. But the tackling for Saguaro has just been amazing tonight. They're not missing many tackles, and when one person is there, the other 10 are swarming around that dude within seconds. So it's hard to get any broken tackles and do anything really in the open field against the Saguaro defense. But when they do, Chaparral has to take advantage of it. And Jace Wilson, I think, is still the key to success for them.
Absolutely. Just talking about some of the offensive weapons Chaparral has really yet to utilize on the wide receiver side of the ball. Jack Brida, we saw almost get that clutch touchdown on the opposite side of the field here. We have Ryan O'Shaughnessy, another top. He had a touchdown last week. A lot of these guys are looking to get started here in the second half. Let's see what happens here as we cut into the second half here as the countdown slowly trickles down as we get ready for the second half of the showdown in Scottsdale.
Yeah, and I think this game is really just speaking to the Saguaro defense right now. Like, they held Desert Mountain, a very good Desert Mountain team, to 24 points last week on the road in a tough environment. And today they're holding a team that scored 56 points against West Point. They're holding them to 0 right now. No, 0 touchdowns, only 1 field goal. And they've just been stellar on both sides, in their own red zone, in the opponent's territory. They've just been great on defense so far, and it's been fun to watch.
Absolutely. Here as we get set for kickoff here. Hopefully another exciting half of a very intense rivalry here. It's been pretty tame here to start the first half. Hopefully that remains the same here for the second as we get set for kickoff here. Chaparral returning here. It's going to be a kick They're going to be able to return it. Receives it at the 5. Makes a couple man guys miss. It's going to be tackled at around the 23-yard line, where Chaparral will take control and start their drive.
And I mean, that's great starting field position for Chaparral, compared to some of their drives so far today. I mean, they've started inside their own 5 twice already today. So, I mean, I think they're pretty happy to start around the 25.
Especially considering that was a short kick, too. He received it around the 5, so able to get around 20, 25 yards there, or 20, 22 yards there, giving Chaparral decent field position to start this second half here.
And we'll see how this offense plays for Chaparral. They've been very run-heavy so far, and they do take a little bit longer to have drives really build on themselves. So we'll see if they try to have more explosive downfield plays here.
Danny Goddess here in shotgun. Going to go with a little bootleg action. Going to just take a shot down the field. Unable to hit the comeback route. It's going to be Ryan O'Shaughnessy. We talked about him just now. Unable to complete that comeback route.
And I love that play design coming out of the gate right there. You do the play action bootleg, and you have one-on-one on the top of the field right there on the far side. You roll out to your right. If you're Goddess, you make a pretty good throw, but that's just a hard play at any level. A bootleg on the run to a comeback route. You have to have such great timing to get that done, and just a little bit off right there as O'Shaughnessy wasn't able to get it in on the diving grab.
2nd and 10 here for Goddess here. Bit of a reverse, scoring over 50 points last week and now only 3 in the first half of this one, as he's going to roll out to his right. Make a quick snag right there. O'Shaughnessy getting active. 2 targets. So that's one that's going to be a completion for around 5 yards.
Yeah, O'Shaughnessy was a little bit more quiet in the first half. Only a couple targets there, but he's got the first 2 targets on the first 2 plays here in the second half. And now on a very crucial one on a 2nd and 10, you get that, and there's a flag on the field.
Of course.
Looks like it's going to set him back around 10 yards, so maybe a holding penalty right there.
That's been a backbreaker for the Firebirds here today. A lot of penalties as we get set here. 3rd and long here, excuse me. Wiping out the catch from O'Shaughnessy. Shotgun once again. He's just going to lob it for a quick little shot at the sticks there. It's going to be Cash Park making it in a 3rd and 10.
And I mean, what a grab from Cash Park right there. Full extension going towards the sideline and just gets his mitts on that one and hauls it in. Obviously, it only brings them back to the original sticks, but I mean, that's a great play from Park right there to even make that play. And it's going to be 3rd and long here.
Interesting to see there. Is that number 14 on the bottom side of our screen right here?
Looks like it's going to be number 19.
Number 19, excuse me. Terrace Snell, he wanted to get that play off quick. He was sprinting down the sideline. Saguaro keying in on him. It's going to be Sanguine keying in on him. It's going to be a big sack right there for the SaberCats. Going to be Kydell Stone, the Hawaii commit. And it's going to be a punt situation for the Firebirds.
And, I mean, there's a reason he's committed to a great program like Hawaii. That was an explosive play shot out of a cannon right there from his corner position. And, I mean...
Excuse me, that's going to be on Braden Storm. My apologies, or Strom, excuse me. Big play nonetheless.
Oh, exactly. I mean, a great play right there. And that's a huge stop, setting the tone here for Saguaro out of the gates. Already have a 4-point lead, looking to build on it, of course. But you force them to, of course, the penalty helped them a little bit, but you stood when you needed to and stopped them on 3rd down.
That punt's going to trickle all the way down to the Saguaro 47, where the SaberCats will set up.
And I mean, all things said and done, that's a pretty decent punt for Chaparral's number 83, Braden Baker. I mean, he's had a good amount of punts here today and made that field goal. He's been pretty valuable to the Firebirds so far. Flips the field a little bit right there. But Saguaro offense has been pretty deadly so far, so we'll see how they play it here.
Absolutely here. 2 wide receivers to the top and the bottom of your screen here, with, once again, Ty Strozier in the backfield with Marcel Jones. Marcel looking again for his first passing touchdown of the season. Unable to get one last week, and still nothing here today. Only 7 points for the SaberCats. You're going to see Tristan Armstrong check in. He's going to be at the top of your screen over here. See if they go ahead and target him perhaps single coverage over there. Motions over. Wide receiver. Going to give it to Strozier, who's just going to rumble for around 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, Strozier makes a great play right there. Had number 99 for Chaparral, Jensine Carter, staring him right down the face right off the snap. Makes a little cut into the inside and gets positive yardage out of that. And, I mean, that's a great start to the drive right here. You're already in enemy territory at their own 49. So you got to capitalize here if you're Saguaro.
Twin backs here in the backfield for Marcel, as you're going to see McNult go in motion. Going to hand it once again to Strozier, who's going to be stopped as we get a stoppage right there. 3rd and 3 here for the SaberCats.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of deja vu right there. I think that was almost the same exact play. They motioned McNult over to the left both times and then just handed it off to Strozier down the middle. I mean, they got positive yards both times. I mean, 3 yards every play is going to end up in a first down, so they'll definitely take that. It's going to be a 3rd and short here.
Chaparral student section with the lights over there in the crowd there. 3rd and 3, a big 3rd down here for the SaberCats. Just down the road here, traveling. Just going to break away, just going to do a little breakaway right there. 40, just going to lob it up into triple coverage. Penalty flags down. I'm going to look at pass interference right there.
And, I mean, Marcel Jones has just been dynamic all over the field today. I mean, went to the right, cut all the way back left, and then throws it 50, 60 yards in the air to a receiver, and maybe not a catch, but gets the penalty called. And, I mean, that might be a first down here for Saguaro.
Just a bootleg, but I feel like he ran like 20 yards just on that throw alone. Covered a lot of field and just able to get that pass off, and looks like maybe get a pass interference.
And it was pass interference against Chaparral, so it's just going to be a first down for Saguaro.
Big first down here for the SaberCats. As we're going to go to a break here. 7-3 with Saguaro threatening in the 3rd quarter in this showdown in Scottsdale.
Overwhelmed by crushing medical bills that keep you up at night? Imagine the heartbreak of delaying care for your family because of sky-high deductibles, copays, and surprise out-of-pocket costs. It's a nightmare no one should face. At Fountain Hills ER and Medical Center, we've partnered with Instinctive Health Pass to deliver Health Pass, your emotional lifeline for true peace of mind. Visit instinctivehealthpass.com today. Sign up to slash costs on unlimited future visits and erase current outstanding bills from using our facilities, saving you thousands in worry-free relief.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto, and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show internship.
And we're back here after the pass interference call, giving Saguaro a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Marcel Jones once again in shotgun, where he's been pretty much the whole game. Drops back, 3-man pressure. He's got just a unbelievable throw right there into the hands of Chaparral, giving them life. Interception.
Yeah, number 47, Anders Norgard for Chaparral, making the pick right there. And, I mean, he's going right to the student section, getting hyped up right now. I mean, goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
You got to be hyped right there. I mean, great pressure from Chaparral right there, forcing a little bit of an errant throw from Marcel Jones. It looked like his arm might have got hit a little bit trying to release that. The ball looked a little wobbly and a little underthrown. And Norgard just right place, right time, gets the pick, and really flips a little bit of momentum right here as the game's still 7-3 with still over 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Absolutely. If you needed some sort of spark plug, this is it for Chaparral.
Chaparral needs to get the offense going as a spark plug, though. This needs to act as an actual spark plug for them, and they need to get something explosive here.
Shotgun once again. They're going to do a little bootleg. Plenty of time, unable to get the sack, and it's going to be a quick first down and a little bit of extracurricular. It's going to be Mangini making the first down there.
Yeah, and that one, another play-action bootleg, and it looked like Jace Wilson was going to go down this close sideline right here, and it looked like he was open, but Goddess just not able to get it to him, but still gets the first down.
Able to get it. First down nonetheless, as he's just going to get it to Jace right here, who's going to rumble and bumble his way for around 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, there's that gang tackling again from Saguaro right there. Wilson getting through a couple of defenders, and then once he makes solid contact with one, he's wrapped up, and the SaberCats are just swarming all over him, getting their dinner.
Dinner sounds pretty good right now. 2nd and 5 here. 2 receivers to the bottom and the top of your screen here. Jace in the backfield with Goddess. Motioning over. Mangini here as they're going to get a quick dump off there to Mangini. He's been active here today in this drive. First down here for the Firebirds.
Yeah, Mangini, the senior tight end, 6'3", a big target there over the middle of the field. There's another quick hitch for him, and that's been the pace of play for both offenses, just finding quick throws, getting positive yards, and keep working down the field.
Once again, shotgun. Once again, Goddess. He's going to take it himself. He's going to a quick slide. It's going to be a first down here for the Firebirds. They're driving.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great decision by Goddess right there. Nothing there, and there was no spy or no backer over the middle. Steps up, takes the first down, slides, gets ready for the next play. Very fast, hurry-up offense here.
They are going quick here. They sense blood in the water once again. Breaks a tackle down to the 20, the 10. Is he going to punch it in? He is! Touchdown! Firebirds. Big play there for Mangini. Active the entire drive and punches it in for the lead here in the showdown in Scottsdale.
And, I mean, Mangini's number was called heavily on this drive. That's 3 or 4 catches on the same exact route right there. They were running the quick 5-yard turnaround hitch, and that time just able to get away from the tacklers right there, and a little bit of no gang tackling right there for the SaberCats, and Mangini able to squeak into the end zone and totally flip this momentum after that pick.
They're going for they're going to go for the PAT here, trying to extend their lead to 3, 9-7 here.
And, I mean, a great drive there from Chaparral to just notice what was working and keep getting it to Mangini. Mangini has been on fire this drive, and he's just running that hitch, like I said. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. 5 yards after 5 yards, and this one broke for around 30.
Absolutely. And you figure, you talk about going into the halftime report, they probably saw that a play like that would work against this defense, and they've gone to it over and over again. That's on the SaberCats to stop. And this drive, they were just unable to. And Mangini was able to just have his way.
But that is how Saguaro has been playing this game. But they have been making great adjustments so far. It has been with the run game. They were able to load the box earlier when Wilson was making some positive yards. So now we'll see how Saguaro reacts to this and what adjustments they make.
10-7 here. Chaparral taking the lead here. Mangini once again getting the touchdown there.
And the Chaparral student section is fired up now. They were already fired up before, but now you can hear them all the way over here.
That interception really a backbreaker for Saguaro as they look to answer here on the drive, as there's a little extracurricular right there. Nothing happened there.
I'd say passionate blocking. I think you could call it that.
Starting from their 25-yard line, or the 20, excuse me, for Saguaro. What do you do if you're Saguaro here? You just threw that pick. What do you do here?
Yeah, that pick was very uncharacteristic, as obviously Marcel Jones was hit as he was throwing that ball. So I still trust his great arm, his great legs, and you just got to keep it in his hands and stick to what's working, and that's just pounding the rock. The offensive line has been dominating at the line of scrimmage, and they've kind of had their way. So it's been fun to watch them play, and hopefully they keep up with that here.
Marcel Jones just going to do a quick little option, going to get a quick first down here. Jaden Wiseman making an appearance here tonight.
Yeah, Jaden Wiseman had some key plays there on defense. That 4th down earlier had a great deflection. Now on the offensive side, just catches that screen, makes forward progress, and gets close to that first down. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and inches here.
Very, very interesting spotting here from the referees here tonight. Not giving a lot of first downs, making both these teams work for it. 2nd and short here as Marcel's just going to flip it for a quick first down here. Able to get that first down for Wiseman. Get him active once again.
And, I mean, that was just beautiful. I love that play design from Saguaro right there. That's sort of a triple option, but with a screen pass. Yeah, You have the chance to give it to Strozier, who's been great all night. Marcel Jones can easily keep the ball, and then you just pitch it out to Wiseman if everything else is covered, and that's exactly what they do, and they get that first down.
Once again in shotgun. Once again for Jones, he's going to make a quick strike to Sims, who's going to rumble his way for a first down. Now the SaberCats are driving.
Yeah, the wide receivers for the SaberCats have been having a great night tonight. Sims with multiple catches, and he's just been getting open, getting separation, and it's all that really matters when you're on the offensive side. And he has sure hands. As we've seen, he's made some crazy catches tonight.
Absolutely. 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. SaberCats driving. 2 wide receivers to the left and to the right with Strozier in the backfield. Quick snap. Going to rifle it in. Once again, it's going to be Sims for around the sticks.
This is a little bit of a faster-paced, passing-based offense, I should say, for Saguaro right here, as they've been just spreading the ball all over to the field, mostly to this right sideline, finding open space.
Interesting to see here as we're going to cut to break here. Chaparral 10-7, but Saguaro's once again threatening.
Hi, my name is Carmen Liberto, and I am a senior at the Cronkite School at Arizona State University, majoring in sports journalism. Over the past few semesters, I've worked on a variety of projects that have strengthened my reporting, storytelling, and on-camera skills. My passion has always been hockey, and I hope to build a career covering the NHL, ideally as a beat writer for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm excited to continue growing as a journalist and to bring my energy and dedication to every story I tell. Stay tuned to see my work at the Varsity Show internship.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to.
Second and short here at the showdown in Scottsdale. We're going to give it to Strozier, who's going to rumble his way for it. He should have that first down. Judging by the style, it looks like he will. First down here for the SaberCats.
Yeah, finding Strozier again. He's been a little bit quieter here in the second half as the SaberCats have been going to the air more often here, but they get up to that right there on a sure-handed first down.
First and 10 here, now in Chaparral territory, looking to answer what Chaparral has given them. Once again, more motion out of the backfield. Strozier is going to just bully his way for more 4-5 yards for a second and medium.
Yeah, there's that motion handoff again for the SaberCats. They've loved that play so far. They'll motion somebody out to that left side and hand it down the middle, and it's been working greatly so far for them. Positive yards every time they've called it.
Second down here, second and medium. Interesting to see what they go for here. 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen here. There's some safety help, it looks like.
Very thin here for the Chaparral defense, loading the box pretty heavily here on the edges.
They're not letting Strozier beat him, that's for sure. As I say that, he just cuts up the middle, down to the 20 right there. First down once again for the SaberCats.
And I mean, Strozier once he gets out of that box and there's only one man in front of him, it's hard to tackle him. And he was seeking contact right there. He went straight into the shoulder pads of the Chaparral defender and tried to lay the boomstick, and he kind of did. Ran him over, got more positive yards, and it's going to be inside the red zone for the SaberCats.
Heat-seeking missile there for Strozier as Marcel Jones once again in the backfield is going to do a quick little option play to Wiseman. Rough tackle right there. Wiseman, his name's been getting called a lot here in the second half.
Helmet came off there in the scuffle a little bit trying to make that tackle. But Wiseman with another quick slant, a little bit of an RPO here for Saguaro. And they find Wiseman on the slant, open quickly, get positive yards to start this first round.
You talk about rivalry runs. That was a rivalry reception. Tongue twister right there.
How many R's can we say in a sentence? That's the question.
That was 3 right there, but that felt like more. Second down here for.
Looks like there's a flag on that last play.
That might be for the helmet coming off. Let's see. Interesting. It's going to be illegal catching. It looks like he was not eligible. Interesting.
interesting right there is it looked like he was lined up at wideout, so we obviously can't get the full details on that, but it's going to be a penalty and drive him back there.
Did he not check in? Interesting to see there as we get a reset here. 2nd and long for, oh, that's a jump?
Not going to call it here.
Oh, interesting. They've been calling that all night here. Interesting to see them not go to that here. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom here. Shotgun once again for Jones, who's going to hit his man wide open in the middle of the field. Who else? Who else but Strozier?
I mean, Quentin Sims, man.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the offense for Saguaro has just been great right now. They're finding open holes in the defense right now, and they're just taking those short plays when they need them. Right there, Sims just dropping down into the open coverage. A little bit of a 5-yard hitch. I think the 5-yard hitch is one of the better plays here tonight. I mean, it's just been working for both sides. Yeah,
for both sides here.
They're both defenses are dropping pretty deep in coverage right now, so finding those underneath routes has just been working great.
Both teams have really lobbed the ball down the field. Both sides haven't exactly been successful, but the fact that you are doing it means you have to defend it. Can't let them beat you on that.
It looks like some substitutions happening here for Saguaro, or a little bit of confusion here for both sidelines.
This drive feeling like an eternity.
But yeah, with 4:54 here in the third quarter, down by 3 points is Saguaro. Obviously trying to get points on the board any way possible, but looking for that touchdown as they haven't been too successful here in the red zone here tonight. Chaparral's definition of bend, don't break, as they've been in the red zone a couple times and no touchdowns from it.
As we get set here once again, Marcel Jones and his Sabercats. He's going to drop back in shotgun once again. Pressure coming. The slip screen, nothing going there. They read that perfectly.
Yeah, what a play by number 7 for Chaparral, Colton Kuhn, man. He just puts his hand up, recognizes the slip screen, and bats that thing down instantly. And that probably would have worked pretty well. Ty Strozier was the running back on the screen right there with a couple blockers in front of him. And just a great play by Chaparral to bat that down and set up what it looks like it's going to be a field goal for Saguaro.
Looking to tie the game here. Very important kick here in the third quarter. Lines up the kick. It's going to be Ivan D'Annunzio Salgado. Snaps up, kicks up. The kick is good. We have a tie game here. Saguaro 10, Chaparral 10. Exactly what you want in a rivalry game like this.
Yeah, a great 35-yard kick there. A little bit of a sidewinder right there, but it went through the uprights pretty much down the middle. And they'll take that to tie the game 10-10. And with the way their defense has been playing, it's setting up to a great fourth quarter.
Absolutely. We're going to cut it to the sideline here for Ryan Gaylord once again.
Stay on the 20. Stay on the 20. Let's go right there. Let's go right there. Man, let's hear it for the senior favorite catch who are down at about the Chaparral 35-yard line. They're cheering on there.
As we just saw, Saguaro was able to make a field goal and even up the score at 10-10 at the 4:36 mark. Score is 10-10, 4:36 remaining in the third quarter. For Varsity Sports, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
25-30. We come back as he trips and falls. Big return there for Chaparral. Down to the 35 is going to be Cash Park. He's been active here tonight.
Yeah, he's been active on the wide receiver side, but there on the return, got some open space, but tripped right in front of the kicker. Would have been hard to elude the kicker right there with not too much space there on the sideline, but a great return to start Chaparral here.
Absolutely here. 10-10 tie game here in your showdown in Scottsdale. Interesting to see. It is, you can feel the energy, the tension here tonight. Third quarter here as we draw towards the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Chaparral, they had a lot of success with Mangini here on that touchdown earlier. So let's see if they go back to him again. Shotgun once again for Goddess. 4 wide receivers in the back. 4 wide receivers and a running back with him. as they're going to give it to their own number 2, Jace Wilson. There's a trick play. Flea Flicker unable to make the catch. Cash Park unable to. A little Flea Flicker action. Just unable to complete the pass.
And, I mean, I love that play call from Chaparral right there. I don't think anybody in the stadium was ready for that. You give it to a playmaker like Jace Wilson, you're expecting him to use his legs with some open space like that, but takes the ball and launches it maybe 40 yards downfield, and it wasn't even a bad throw. Good throw.
It looked like the Scattaboo play from the Peach Bowl.
Yeah, Cash Park laying out, just couldn't get to that one, but a great play design there. It's going to bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 10 here for Goddess. Clean pocket, and who else? Once again, big gain there for Mangini. They need to stop him. Saguaro does if they need to get off the field and give them their chance at the ball.
Yeah, that short little stick route for Mangini has been his bread and butter. Around 5 catches on that tonight. The middle of the field has been open against Saguaro tonight.
Once again, 3rd and 5. They're going quick. Pressure coming, and it's going to be a sack for the SaberCats for a 4th down. It's going to be Claiborne Watkins.
Yeah, Watkins the first one to get there and brings him to the ground. I mean, great play for Saguaro and a great 3 and out for them. I mean, they have a big shot taken against them with that running back pass right there on the first play, and then you bear down on 2nd and 3rd down and force a 3 and out. It's a great defensive possession.
Now, special teams, Saguaro has struggled a little bit today. Some penalties, some runs that have been called back. Let's see what happens here. He's going to receive the punt. He's going to let it scamper down to around the 13-yard line, taking a Chaparral bounce, or they'll get set up.
And the punter/kicker for Chaparral, number 83, Braden Baker, has just been playing fantastic tonight. Obviously made that long 35-yard kick to give them those 3 points earlier, but his punts have been great. He's been flipping the fields very efficiently so far tonight, and this one's setting up Saguaro inside their own 15, and you have to commend him as a punter.
Absolutely here. Now, if you are Saguaro, 10-10 here, tie game, where are you going right now?
You got to stick to the plan. The way they've been playing the second half has been great. The offense has been moving amazing. Obviously, haven't gotten in the end zone, but the way they're passing it with quick, short passes has been amazing. They're finding Wiseman. They're finding Wilson. They're finding everybody pretty easily here today.
Shotgun once again here for the SaberCats.
Oops, sorry.
As they're just going to have Marcel's going to take it himself, get a couple yards there for a 2nd and medium here.
Yeah, Marcel using those legs that he's built his game on so far today. Been very versatile so far in the backfield.
It's interesting to see what team is going to – a lot of teams are bending. Both these teams are bending. Which team is going to break first as we get a
flag on the field. Encroachment again on Chaparral. It's around the 4th or 5th time they've had an encroachment penalty called on them tonight, and they're giving up a little 3 yards basically to Saguaro.
Been very effective with that hard count here tonight, it looks like. Getting these guys to jump. A little antsy maybe because it is a rivalry game. You want to be able to be that guy to jump off the ball, get there in the backfield. Marcel Jones and the SaberCats are taking advantage. This year we've got a 2nd and short now. Jones in the backfield once again. He's going to take it himself. That speed option play once again.
That was great defense there by Chaparral right there. They recognized the play instantly, and Wiseman was there trying to get that pitch/screen on the triple option, but locked him down, and then one went after the quarterback as well. Just pretty good defense to defend a good play.
3rd down here once again. We're in a situation where which team is going to break first? Chaparral, it's your turn to see if you can make this 3rd down stop. 2 minutes, 36 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Jones in shotgun once again here. Going to give it to their lead back, their main man, and he's going to get a first down, but the ball comes out. Potentially the ball coming out. We're looking for the refs make their decision.
Looks like they're going to call him down on contact before the fumble came out.
Little spooky there for Saguaro.
At the end of the play, it's a first down Saguaro, first down SaberCats. They'll take it, obviously a little scary, but they still have possession of the ball with the new set of downs.
Take a breath. Take a breath, Saguaro. You're good. You're fine. You have the ball. It's first down.
2 minutes left here in the third quarter, 10-10. Keeping the offense just pretty calm and nothing too explosive. No deep shots or anything so far tonight.
As once again, he's going to roll out, find his man down to the 30. That gets slammed into the sticks here. It's going to be Mignault here. Been very active here today in the second half. Gets slammed into the pylon sticks over there, the little chain gang, for around a second and short now.
Yeah, Mignault, the sophomore for Saguaro, has been making a big impact here tonight, whether it be running the ball or catching the ball. He's just been all over the place.
Second and short here. Once again, going to give it to their lead guy, Strozier. He's not going to be able to make it, I don't believe. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 once again.
That's a great play at the line of scrimmage for Chaparral. Saguaro has been pretty dominant so far at the line of scrimmage, and that play just not as much, but it looks like they might be moving the chains, and they are. There's going to be a first down,
They're
Saguaro.
going to give him the first down. They've been very conservative with giving the first downs like that today, but this is the first one where they've really given the first, the extra push that the offensive needed. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the SaberCats. Once again, Marcel Jones looking to take the snap here, drops back. He's going to lob it down the field. Dangerous throw right there. Intended target was Tristan Armstrong.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there once again, as Marcel Jones sailed that one a little bit over the head of Armstrong and out of bounds. Him and Armstrong have not been fully on the same page tonight, but Armstrong, the dynamic receiver he is, was pretty open. So we'll see how they play that the rest of the night.
Absolutely. 1:15 remaining here, second down. Interesting to see what the SaberCats come up with here on here. 2nd and 10. We're going to get a timeout here from Chaparral. Tie game here. Showdown in Scottsdale as we're going to cut to break once again. 10-10, 1:15 remaining here in the third quarter.
My name is Dana McDermott, and I'm a junior in the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Arizona State University. I am looking forward to the opportunity to get some hands-on experience and dip my toes into this industry. I've called water polo, softball, and I've broadcasted on the sidelines for high school football and basketball. I'm so excited for what this internship's going to give me.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Second and 10 here for Saguaro. Looking to break the ice here in this 10-10 tied ball game against Chaparral, the showdown in Scottsdale. Drops back, lobs it up. What a catch! Amazing catch. Oliver Gibson, big first down there for the SaberCats.
Yeah, Gibson, just a great play over two Chaparral defenders in the secondary right there. Makes it a fantastic grab, and that's the explosive play the SaberCats were looking for right there.
Absolutely here. 1:04 remaining in the third quarter in Chaparral territory. Two wide receivers to the top and the bottom of your screen here. Marcel's just going to take it himself, going to dump it off down to Gibson, who had the catch before. Another first down here for the SaberCats.
And I loved that Saguaro got to the line quickly after that first Gibson catch and pushed the envelope. They know they have Chaparral on their heels right now after that big catch, and they go right back to Gibson for another first down. Back-to-back good plays for Saguaro, and they're trying to get to the line quickly here again.
The perk of a dynamic quarterback right there. You had the DB come down to try to stop the run, left Gibson wide open there for an easy 10-plus yards and an easy first down. To win backs in the backfield once again. Marcel Jones going to laser it across the middle of the field. He's going to rumble into the end zone. Oliver Gibson, touchdown SaberCats.
And wow, Talk about a drive for Oliver Gibson. 3 back-to-back plays, 3 back-to-back amazing grabs, and SaberCats are back in front.
Fireworks going off as we finally break the ice of this tie. Saguaro taking the lead here. Incredible catch for Gibson and an incredible drive here for Saguaro. That is right there. That was Marcel Jones' first passing touchdown of the season.
I mean, and when you're on fire, you're on fire. And Oliver Gibson was on fire right there. 3 back-to-back catches on 3 back-to-back plays, eventually ending up in the end zone. I mean, he kind of set the tone with that first catch, mossing 2 Chaparral defenders. And that last catch, just making it happen with his legs, caught it around the 10-yard line and just squeezed between Firebirds, diving into the end zone.
They've done pretty well. This was one of their best drives, if not their best drive of the game, and it cannot come at a better time. Absolutely.
Exactly. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Taking the lead into a fourth quarter is always a great feeling, especially at home.
Absolutely. We're going to cut to break here. 16-10 barring the PAT for the SaberCats.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
(16-10) barring the PAT. We're going to cut to a sideline report once again from Ryan Gaylord. Ryan, take it away.
Sideline report whenever you guys are ready. They're going to wait till after.
It looks like
swinging gate? Swinging bridge? What is this?
Saguaro with a little bit of an interesting formation here. Let's see if they stay in this. Looks like they'll go for the extra point.
Swinging bridge right here.
And there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the officials are thinking here.
Half the distance of the goal right there.
Encroachment again on Chaparral.
It's got to be the 6th one of the game, it looks like.
And it looks like they will keep the kicker on the field here, will Saguaro. Or maybe not.
Big boy coming down onto the field. He looks hype. He's ready.
A little bit of confusion here for Saguaro, but it looks like they will keep the kicker on the field.
Oh, no, he's going right back out. PAT attempt. No? Okay, PAT. There we go.
A little bit of a shorter PAT after half the distance to the goal.
Just a chip shot here. Kick is up. Kick is good. It's going to be 17-0 here for the SaberCats as we're going to cut once again to Ryan Gaylor from the sideline. Ryan, take it away. Not ready. Never mind.
SaberCats just took a 17-10 lead thanks to a touchdown catch by receiver number 4, Oliver Hudson. And that gives the Saguaro a 17-10 lead with 26.2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
17-10 here for the SaberCats, wearing their green uniforms in honor of their equipment manager who passed away now 12 years ago, Mike Tug Garcia, wearing the nice green uniforms in honor and respect of him.
Yeah, the green unis are beautiful here tonight. They do actually have custom helmets as well to go along with those green unis, and the student section all wearing green as well. It's great to see the community come around a great cause like this.
Absolutely. Looking like the Oregon Ducks a little bit. I kind of respect it. I like the look. Kickoff here. Once again, Chaparral going to take it around the 10. They're going to have to run with it. Makes a move at around the 20. He's going to make it a 25-yard return. Flag once again. We're going to see what that is.
Couple flags on the field here.
see what they call here. A lot of flags here, especially in the second half here.
A lot on special teams as well, on blocking, on kickoffs, punting, all that kind of stuff. There's been a lot of blocking penalties. Looks like they're going to call Chaparral for a holding penalty there.
It's going to march them back from around the 30 where they, or 25-yard line where they got the return to, probably around to the 15. Looks like the ref is spotting them around the 18-yard line.
Chaparral needs an answer here, of course. You can say that all you want, but the way they've been playing offensively in the second half has been amazing, especially those last two drives. The last drive ended in a punt, but the drive before that, Mangini was on fire. We'll see if they keep calling his number here again.
Absolutely. Here, you still have their dynamic running back, Jace Wilson, who's run a little quiet here. He had, I believe, one run here in this third quarter, but let's see if they're able to get the ball to him in this third quarter, in this drive specifically.
I mean, he also has a passing attempt too. So I mean, they've been getting his hands on the ball, but we'll see how much they use him here, not only on this drive, but throughout the fourth quarter as well.
1st and 10 here, and they're going to go straight to him, and there's going to be a pack of SaberCats waiting for him, just barreling down, and that might end the third quarter here. 17-10 here for the Saguaro SaberCats, entering the fourth quarter of this showdown in Scottsdale.
Yeah, and everybody is holding the fours up. It's time for the fourth quarter, the most important time in the game. Who wants the most? We'll find out here in this fourth quarter.
We're going to cut to break here. 17-10, Saguaro. Chaparral has the ball to start the fourth quarter.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity.
Welcome back here to the fourth quarter of the showdown in Scottsdale. 17-10 Saguaro, as we got another report from Ryan Gaylord here from the sideline.
You guys are live.
After 3 quarters of play, Saguaro leads Chaparral 17-10 with Chaparral at the ball and Saguaro looking to stop them and put more points on the board to ensure this victory. For Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
Start of this fourth quarter here. Chaparral looking to counterpunch the touchdown earlier from Saguaro. You saw them kneeling at the sideline there for Chaparral, kind of rallying the troops, so to speak, before the start of this quarter, this crucial quarter for both teams. Shotgun once again. Is there going to be another flag? Let's see what that's going to be on. That might be another encroachment.
Looks like a false start on Chaparral, actually, and there's been some costly penalties for Chaparral, tonight, and they've been pretty drive killer.
Absolutely. If you could point to any reason why Chaparral is down right now, you could point to penalties. A lot of encroachments, false starts. That's been really pretty much a backbreaker for them, as he's going to lob it downfield. Pass breakup for the Saguaro SaberCats. Interesting play there. Lobbing it downfield, but able to make the breakup.
Yeah, another little bit of a bootleg action there for Chaparral, as they ran that play earlier, but they weren't able to find Jace Wilson before, and they try to find him this time, but great coverage from the safety and the corner for Saguaro right there, just breaking that one up. And it looks like there was another penalty on the field, and this one's going to move Chaparral in positive direction this time.
Pass interference, maybe, perhaps. That's going to be a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down for Chaparral.
Penalties, the name of the game here tonight. 11:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Goddess once again in the backfield. Jace Wilson behind him.
The band and the student section is loud right now for Saguaro, and they're going to have to be crucial drive right here for both teams, honestly.
Absolutely. This is one of the turning points of the game right here. Depending on how this goes, 1st and 10, they're going to give it to a play action pass, a little quick play action for a 5-yard gain. Once again, Mangini getting active here in the second half.
Yeah, Chaparral was a very explosive offense against West Point week 1. They had very long plays, but today against Saguaro, they've been very dink and dunk all across the field. Primarily Mangini. Mangini in the flats has been one of the best options for them all game.
They're going to nickel and dime you down the field, Chaparral is. Mangini once again in motion. We'll look to see if they go to him once again. They will not. Instead, it's going to be an incompletion once again to Cash Park.
Yeah, Cash Park's number's been called a good amount today. He's been finding separation against the Saguaro defenders, but some of the throws have just not been catchable for him, and Cash Park has been putting his body on the line, laying out multiple times, but has a good couple of receptions here tonight.
11-14 remaining here. It's going to be a very crucial 3rd down for the Firebirds. Drop back Goddess is going to take pressure immediately. He's going to roll out to his right on the run. Unable to come down with the pass right there. O'Shaughnessy. Tip drill action. Unable to come down with the pass, but it looks like there is another flag on the field.
This one's in the backfield. We'll see if they call this on the defense.
Perhaps a roughing the passer.
But a great play by Goddess right there, the quarterback for Chaparral, to get out of the pocket and even get a throw off there.
11.
Looks like it is going to be roughing the passer against Saguaro. It's going to be another free set of 1st down.
Look at the chains move. Look how much yards they just gained off of that. 2 back-to-back back-breaking penalties. Saguaro on their heels now, entirely due to penalties. 1st and 10 then for Goddess, as they're going to get the snap off. Chain gang was moving, so let's see if that were the case. Maybe just getting the chain set.
Yeah, Chaparral trying to move really fast right there, and it looks like that's going to be the cause right there with just over 11 minutes left in this game.
Right now we're going to run with 11:06 here for Goddess and the Firebirds. Takes the snaps, going to give it to Jace. Now he's going to keep it himself. Goddess going to rumble for around 4 yards.
Yeah, and a design QB run right there for Goddess. And he looked like he was maybe going to try to throw that ball, but no receivers obviously were looking for the pass right there. So he has to keep it himself and able to get past the line of scrimmage for a couple positive yards, but not how they drew it up.
Not at all. 10:42, time winding down here. Chaparral, 2nd down here. 3 receivers to the top, 1 towards the bottom. Going to take it. Another little read option there. Going to give it to Wilson. Nothing going there for Chaparral. It's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, Wilson did what he does best right there. Broke the first tackle, but Cameron McMurray for Saguaro just laid the boom on him off that second effort, excuse me. Limited his yardage. Brings up a huge 3rd down right at midfield.
Midfield. This is football right here. Midfield, 3rd down, 3rd and 5. One of the more important plays of the game. Goddess drops back. Pressure comes. Going to roll out to his left. He has the 1st down. He's going to elect to take it. Big 1st down there for Chaparral, moving the chains.
Yeah, I mean, perfect layout for Goddess right there. He rolls out left, and there was nobody home for Saguaro right there. You could see the green grass in front of him, urging himself to run, and he gets the 1st down, moves the sticks on a crucial 3rd down, keeps this drive alive, down 7.
Now you're in Saguaro territory. Drive continues. Goddess once again in shotgun. Gonna move again, and this time, Saguaro's not having it. He's gonna take him behind the sticks.
Yeah, it looks like it's number 24 again, Cameron McMurray, just all over the place right now, and that was a dual sack right there, but they just kept their contained perfectly. Tried to get outside to Goddess, nothing there, and they'll take that sack every day.
Absolutely. 9:25 here. Time winding down. Goddess 2nd and long here. Shotgun once again is going to give it to Jace. Nothing going. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. It's going to be 3rd and long.
And what a play from the linebacker, number 11, Braden Strom right there. Getting the backfield, wrapping up Wilson, and throwing him to the ground instantly. Another loss. And this is a long 3rd down for the Firebirds here.
Absolutely. 3rd and 11. What tricks does Chaparral have left in the bag here?
You have to think right here, it's still 8:45 left in this game. 3rd and long, you obviously trying to get the first down every time.
Absolutely.
But you have to think towards this territory in the middle of the field. Do they try to play it short and play for 4th down?
Shotgun once again. Pressure coming, and that just met in the middle right there. Braden Strom, big hit, big sack. It's going to be 4th down for the Chaparral Firebirds, and Saguaro is buzzing on the sideline right there.
And, I mean, what 2 back-to-back great plays from Strom right there. The tackle on Wilson, which is a hard guy to tackle, and the sack on the next play, just activated takeover right there. Got in the backfield and just made his presence known, and this is going to force a very favorable punt for them.
Absolutely. Chaparral punting once again. Punt. Fair catch here at the 10 for Saguaro.
Another flag on this return here. We'll see if it's around the 40-yard line.
Special teams been active with the penalties, especially today. Pre-play, a lot of encroachment and stuff like that, and then you have, of course, the special teams penalties, which we're about to see, which this one specifically is right here.
And, I mean, this is obviously crunch time in the 4th quarter for both teams here, but this is playing into Saguaro's game right here. They have been able to dominate the line of scrimmage so far tonight, and with 8 minutes left in this game, just under 8 minutes, obviously the game plan is to wind this clock down. And it looks like it's going to be a personal foul against Saguaro on that return. But you have the ball up by 7, and the other team does not have all 3 timeouts, so you are trying to wind this clock as much as you possibly can. And when you have someone like Strozier and the offensive line that you have, it's just going to be fun to watch here and see how they attack this defense.
Number 11. Saguaro getting set here in the shadow of their own goalposts here. As Marcel's going to take it himself. Interesting decision here, and he's going to get a couple yards.
That kid is moving right there. Oh, my goodness. His legs are moving so fast.
He is fast.
He cuts. Looks like he's going to go in, cuts that outside, and beats the corner, not even a backer, the corner to the outside and gets positive yards. I mean, his legs are churning and gets around 3.
Turning negatives into positives. That's what great players do. Especially a player like Marcel Jones.
He'll be fun to watch at the next level as well.
Absolutely. Motioning over the wide receiver once again. They've been doing a lot today. It's going to be Strozier, who's just going to take a couple of men with him down to around the 15, 16-yard line for a big 3rd down here for Chaparral.
And, I mean, that is picture-perfect game plan right now for Saguaro. Get positive yards on back-to-back run plays to set up not just a 3rd and short, but a 3rd and 1. That's very, very manageable for them in the way they've been running the ball tonight.
You expect number 2's name, Mr. Strozier, is going to be called here. But no, it's going to give it to Jones instead, who's just going to bull his way through for a 1st down past the 20. And the clock's just going to start winding down and down and down here.
That's a perfect first 3 plays for Saguaro. You take all 3 plays to get that 1st down. You keep that clock winding. And, I mean, the offensive line is playing amazing right now for the SaberCats.
1st down once again here out of the opponent's red zone. Marcel Jones going to give it to Strozier once again, who's going to cut up the middle down around the 30. Very effective run game, especially in this drive for the SaberCats.
And, I mean, Chaparral, I think, can guess that the run is going to be coming, but it's still going to be extremely hard to stop with an offensive line like Saguaro and a running back like Strozier. He's a very powerful guy, very low to the ground when he runs. He's going to get under you, and it's going to be hard to tackle him.
2nd down here, 2nd and 5. You're going to go to the well. Looks like you're just going to try to wind down as much clock as you can. It's going to be a timeout for Chaparral. 17-10 here as we're going to cut to break once again as Saguaro has the ball trying to wind down the clock here. Up to 7 in the showdown in Scottsdale.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
That's fair. Run game's been really good. So that's fine. Welcome back here. 2nd and 4 here as Saguaro attempts to take another showdown in Scottsdale victory. 2nd and 4 now. 6:16 remaining. Going to hand it once again to Strozier, who's going to break another set of tackles. Another move. Shifty little control stick moves right there. Down to the 42-yard line. A big run there.
I mean, that was a fun run to watch right there. Just got it up the middle, and then that's a rare move to see, a back juke to a backside juke. I mean, that's a rare move, and it obviously worked on the defender, got more yards. That was just beautiful to watch. And I mean, constant clock management right here for Saguaro. Keeping this clock, it's under 6 minutes now.
Keeping the clock going. 17-10. They're going to go with a little play action. Marcel, is he's going to be able to break away? That speed is electric, getting around 8 yards on that play right there, but running out of bounds, so that's going to stop the clock.
Yeah, running out of bounds, but at the end of the day, you'll take that. It looked like a little bit of a read option, and Jones able to keep that, break the contain on the outside and get 6 or 7 yards right there. And stops the clock, unfortunately, but they'll take that positive yardage right there, and they're still having great clock management.
Absolutely. A lot of success here. You got to wonder if Chaparral, they already burned one of their timeouts. You got to be a little considerate of when they start burning them now. 2nd down and around 3 or 4 here. Jones in the backfield once again. You're to give it to Strozier, and he's just going to get a quick first down.
I mean, this is just beautiful to watch right now. This is hard-nosed football to the max. You know you have this. You know your offensive line has been playing great tonight, so you keep it behind the big boys and you keep it moving forward. It's simple but so effective in these late stages of the game, and this is where true good teams can put away in ice games.
Absolutely. Saguaro looking to get their 26th victory all time against Chaparral. Once again, time winding down. Quick check down, and it's going to be down to the 40. Able to break a couple tackles. It's going to be Eideran right there. Number 27 making his first appearance of the game.
Yeah, the freshman making a great play right there. I mean, you run it so many times. I think that was 8 or so run plays right down your throat, and then you just throw the quick screen pass, and they're going really fast. Hurry up here.
Stumbles, able to get it off anyway. Down the sideline a little bit. It's going to be Quentin Sims once again. And this is just electric from Saguaro here.
I mean, a great play right there to just take that and throw it to the screen right away and get that positive yards, another first down.
We're going to go ahead and cut to commercial here. 17-10, time winding down here for the SaberCats.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, I'm Andrew Neeram, a junior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to show the Varsity Sports Show everything that I can offer on any side of production as I express my love for this business throughout the fall of 2025.
Perez checking in at quarterback for Saguaro here. Trying to continue to widen down the clock. It's going to be first down for the SaberCats. A little bit of a high snap, and he's just going to get met in the backfield, going back a long, long ways, wiping out a lot of the yardage he got. And there's a flag right there. That's unfortunate.
And, I mean, that just cannot happen for Chaparral right there. You make the great play. You make the timely stop on the run, and you get him, force him backyard, maybe 10 more yards, but a little bit of an extracurricular head push right there. And that might just be another penalty and give him a first down. We'll see. And it is. I mean, that is just insanely costly for Chaparral right there. You make the stop that you needed against the run game. You keep sending him back 10 yards, and it's just ending up giving them 15.
Absolutely here. You were wondering, you expected there to be some sort of extracurricular penalties, especially in a rivalry game like this. And it's been clean for most of the game, but rearing its head at the worst possible time here for the Firebirds. First down here once again. Perez in shotgun. Look like more than likely they're going to run the play here, trying to get more and more clock to wind down. 4:28 here remaining here in the fourth quarter.
It looks like they're officials approaching head coach Darius Kelly of Saguaro about something about a player here.
We're going to cut to break here. 4:28 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 17-10 Saguaro.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC.
Going to hand it once again to Strozier, and they are having none of it right there. Chaparral.
Yeah, great play by Chaparral linebacker number 7, Colton Kuhn right there, getting in the backfield. And it looks like they might have forced, nope, they kept him inbound, so the clock is still going to keep running. But a loss of yards right there brings up another second down. We'll see how they play this. If you're Saguaro right here, it's second and long. I think you got to stay to the ground game and just keep that clock running.
Keep the clock running and then get in field goal position and take the 2-possession lead. Take as much time as you can.
And I mean,
you are in no rush.
Exactly. I mean, you could get you can get one more first down, and then you'll be in the goal line. So got to at least get that first down, and that will take at least another 2 minutes off the clock.
Jones once again back in the game. They're going to go for a shot down the field, which is going to stop the clock here. Third down for Saguaro. Interesting decision there.
Yeah, trying to find the big tight end Procopio. And it was coverage by number 7, Colton Kuhn again for Chaparral. He's been playing a great game from his backer position, making tackles and then covering the big tight end right there, forcing a stoppage in the clock.
Trying to end the game essentially right there with 3:23 remaining, but the clock is now stopped. Big third and long here. Let's see. Energy coming from the crowd here. Let's see what they decide to do here on a third and long. Do they take more time off or do they try to go for the first down? 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. Jones is going to lob it down the field wide open, and it's going to be a touchdown for Quentin Sims, his touchdown of the day.
And, I mean, that might just be the dagger here in the showdown at Scottsdale. Because, I mean, just a great play call there on third and long. You find one of your star, I think you can call every wide receiver for Saguaro a star tonight. Absolutely. Quentin Sims, multiple great catches tonight, makes the catch, bites off a defender, and splits it in for the touchdown, and that just might be the dagger.
Strozier, Gibson, and Sims all scoring touchdowns here today. That's second touchdown for Marcel Jones on the season. Big game for him today. 3:15 remaining here, barring the PAT.
It's blocked.
Blocked. So there's some life remaining here for Chaparral. 23-10 here with 3:15 remaining here. It's gonna be quite the monumental task though for Chaparral to come back in this game.
Yeah, just a great drive by Saguaro right there. They took almost 5 minutes off the clock right there. 5 minutes off the clock.
As we're gonna cut to the sidelines here once again, Ryan Gaylord, take it away. Right. 23-10 here, excuse me. Chaparral receiving the kickoff here. If you're Chaparral, what do you do right here?
I mean, you got to have a quick score, obviously. You only have one timeout left. So you got to play it wisely. You got to have a quick score, get down the field, maybe some more explosive plays with Jace Wilson. We'll see how they play it.
Just was able to take the 23-10 lead thanks to a touchdown pass by Quentin Sims from the SaberCats. With 3 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, SaberCats lead 23-10, hoping to hold on to this victory. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylor reporting. Back to you guys.
Kick is off here. As they're going to go for a touchback here. 3:15. If you're Chaparral, you got to score quick.
Well, I mean, that's a great start for Chaparral. The kick goes out of bounds, so they're going to have amazing field position to start here. Down 2 scores. Got to be quick. 1 timeout. You practice this, but it's tough either way, especially when the Saguaro defense has been fantastic at stopping everything deep. You haven't been able to take a deep shot all game, really. All your plays have been dink and dunks, and it's going to be hard to dink and dunk and score twice in 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Absolutely here. This is all on Chaparral here. You've been nickeling and diming down the field. Now you got to go for the big shot here. 3 receivers towards the bottom of your screen, 1 on the top. Saguaro 2 safeties up the top of your screen. Not letting any big plays break, hopefully. Shotgun once again, 3:15 remaining. Goddess is just going to slash it down the middle. It's going to be Mangini, who's had a big game here tonight.
And another penalty on the field, this one towards the backfield where Goddess got hit. We'll see if they call another roughing the passer here. And it is going to be another personal foul against Saguaro. That's going to give them another 15 yards, and they're going to be on the Saguaro 45-yard line now.
Incredible. If you wanted a comeback to start, this is how you would script it, ideally. What Saguaro needs to do here is they need to – the penalties that just happened, they happened.
Clock is running. Chaparral has to go fast here. Time winding under 3 minutes here as we got the backup quarterback Max Wagner in right now.
Wagner in for Chaparral after Goddess took the big hit there. Going to drop back. Big moment here. A quick little screen play for Jace Wilson, who's going to cut it up for about 3 or 4 yards. Clock is running, though, so they have to go quick.
Yeah, very, very quick here. They got to get the signals from the sideline. Hurry up offense right here.
This is your 4-minute, 2-minute offense here, so you practice this all the time.
You got to play with your hair on fire here if you're Chaparral.
2nd and long here. Going to drop back, faces some pressure here. Going to lob it down the field. Slips through SaberCats' hands. Elijah Jackson. It's going to be a 3rd down here.
I mean, Elijah Jackson wanted that pick so badly, but hard catch nonetheless. And backup quarterback Max Wagner, I mean, this is a tough position to be put in here, right? 2 minutes left in the game. You haven't played yet today, and you're trying to lead a team back from down 13 against a very good Saguaro defense that's generating a lot of pressure right now. As with a 2-possession lead, you can send as much pressure as you want.
Send the house. Once again, pressure coming down the side. That's going to be one-on-one. Just going to trail right behind him. It's going to be 4th down here. The final stand here for Chaparral coming up.
Yeah, this is obviously make or break for Chaparral right now. 4th and around 7 yards right here. That last play had a little bit of an opening right there, just a little bit of miscommunication as maybe Wagner looking for a back shoulder and the receiver just did not turn around. But this is make or break. Saguaro looking to make a stand and win.
Look for guys like O'Shaughnessy and Bride here to probably try to make a big play here. We've seen a lot of these guys here tonight. We've seen Mangini as well. Let's see what happens here. 4th down for the Firebirds. It's going to be false start. That is not a penalty you want at this moment in time.
Oh, it looks like Saguaro actually called a timeout before the false start right there.
Saguaro not liking what they saw there. on the defensive side of the ball. So we're going to cut to break here. 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining, 23-10, Saguaro.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Ohep, the new field correspondent for Viva Varsity, the new Spanish broadcast of Varsity Sports Show. Here, we celebrate the passion of the game with you, share exclusive interviews with you, and live every play with you as well. Follow us on @VivaVarsity on Instagram to see our highlights, history, and what goes on the field, in and off the field. Thank you again. Look forward to having a good season with you. My name is Joshua Ohep.
Once again, we're at the final stand here for Chaparral. 4th and long here, down 13, 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. What do they have in store? Backup quarterback in as well. The pressure is mounting. So they're going to lob it down the field, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. Saguaro ball. It might be final here, folks.
And number 5, Kydell Stone, making a great play, breaking on that ball. I mean, he's hitting his helmet, didn't get the pick, but at the end of the day, it's a turnover on downs. Your team gets the ball back with the chance to run this clock out with just above 2 minutes left in this game, up by 13. But just great defensive play from Saguaro here tonight. I mean, nothing really happening. They didn't give up any really big explosive plays. It was a lot of dink and dunk, and it's just a great showcase tonight.
Absolutely. Only 10 points given up here. The Saguaro defense looking to get their first win, another win. The last 2 of their wins of the last 2 years have been against Chaparral, barring the final of this game, as they're just going to run the ball here for around 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, one more first down, and this game is in the bag. Chaparral only 1 timeout remaining. We'll see. Looks like they might be using it here early.
What's the time math on that? 1:53 remaining. They'll have, what, a minute to score 2 times, get an onside kick?
You can't let him get a first down, though. It's been an issue, especially against the run game here in this fourth quarter. Saguaro's been able to run the ball at will, honestly, either up the middle or with the quarterback. Or with quarterback Marcel Jones. Doesn't really matter who it is. They've been able to get positive yards.
Been very excellent here tonight. This run game has both quarterback and running back.
And it's going to be another encroachment penalty against Chaparral, trying to jump the gun and get a little bit of a head start.
If my count is correct, that is the 7th encroachment. 6 or 7 of these encroachment penalties on Chaparral here tonight.
And now it's 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2. This is ice. This is time to just put the game away if you're Saguaro, excuse me.
126 and counting here. Quick first down, ends it for sure. And they're going to get that. Big, oh, no. I mean, that's forward progress. Yeah, they got it.
Forward progress right there, gets the first down.
And at this point, QB Neal. And we're going to have a victory here for the Saguaro SaberCats here. Big victory here for Saguaro here tonight.
I mean, of course, yeah, that's a great way to pick up your first win on the season against a very premier Chaparral team that won their first game by 50 points. You can't state how good their offense was that first game. They're passing the ball here.
Passing the ball. A little rivalry disrespect right there. It's going to be right there. It's going to be Oliver Gibson. Very, very interesting. They're here. The game is over, but they want more points.
And another flag on the field right here. We'll see. That was towards the end of the play. But, yeah, Oliver Gibson just getting a little more receptions for his stat line right here, adding on to that touchdown that he already had. It looks like they're going to just send him back 15, maybe a little bit of taunting right there against Saguaro.
Again, extracurricular. The game's over here. Take the knee, get the victory. Your second win in 2 seasons, both against Chaparral. Especially when you were talking about last week, you were talking about a turnaround going from 1-9 to 9-1. This is a very, very big stop on that tour of going 9-1, especially if losing your first game.
Exactly. I mean, the offense really showed out tonight, whether it be the running game, which was just spectacular all night with Strozier and Jones just in the backfield. That duo alone is very killer. But then you have the passing game as well with 3 dynamic receivers. I mean, Strozier's just going to run somebody over here just to put some icing on the cake.
All right there, heat-seeking missile here. A little
chippiness going on here.
You got to end this game here, though, as soon as you can.
But like I was saying, you have so many good receivers at Saguaro. You have Gibson, you have Sims, you have Wiseman, and you have Procopio. Like,
more flags
so many
on
big
the
receivers,
field.
and it's just fun to watch them play. You can spread the ball all over, and it's just a dynamic offense.
More flags on the field. 30 seconds remaining in the game here. At this point, you want to just walk off the field, go celebrate your win.
Looks like it's going to be it's still going to be a first down. 33 seconds on the clock here. See if they take the knee here, if they just want to keep running it at them.
Maybe get a little more points on the board here. As the student section chanting, nah, 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 nah.
I mean, that's always the sweetest part of winning a rivalry game, isn't it? Here in your student section, chant away the other team.
Absolutely. Chaparral's student section, unfortunately, pretty barren right now. It was packed earlier in the game. But winning will do that, as they're just going to quickly take the knee here, win the game. Your final score here as time elapses, Saguaro 23, Chaparral 10. First victory of the season for the SaberCats.
And they douse head coach Darius Kelly in the water bucket. A great win for him and his program. And, I mean, just a statement win here at home, their first home game of the season, and they did not disappoint in front of the Saguaro faithful.
Absolutely. Big win here. Coming off the loss last week, this is a make-right win right here, especially against one of your biggest rivals who was coming off 56 points last week. Only shutting them down to 10 points is incredible.
And, yeah, for Chaparral, you just have to cut your losses here and just look at the film here. It was just great defensive play, great defensive scheming for Saguaro tonight. They had answers for their explosive play calls. Like you said, the Jace Wilson halfback pass should have been explosive, but great defense by Saguaro.
We're going to go ahead and cut to sideline for one last report here from Ryan Gaylord. Take it away, man.
Able to overcome an early deficit and take the 23-10 victory over the Chaparral Firebirds. With the win on the season, Saguaro is now 1-1, and Chaparral is 1-1. Saguaro will be looking to keep their momentum next week and turn their season and go 2-1. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Ryan Gaylord. Back to you guys.
As we're back here, once again, your final score, 23-10. Saguaro, the big victory over Chaparral as they get ready to hype up with their student section celebrating the big win.
And, I mean, the Saguaro faithful really showed out tonight, and it was a big factor in the game. They were loud and rowdy all night, and, I mean, there were so many penalties against Chaparral where it was an encroachment or a false start, something to that nature that you have to think the crowd played a part in.
Absolutely here. Big victory here. Shout out to Saguaro for hosting us tonight here. Been excellent. Had a nice little booth here tonight. Can't hate on that.
I mean, yeah, AC in this booth. Not a very common accommodation, so very nice AC in here.
Thank you once again.
But
once again, they celebrate their when they're getting hyped down there.
I mean, you have to. It's a big rivalry. Some people say one of the biggest rivalries in the state of Arizona. It's up there with the Chandler and the Hamiltons. All the other ones in the state. I mean, there's bad blood between these teams, and Saguaro wanted it more, and they got the W.
Absolutely here. Once again, for the final time, your final score here, Saguaro 23, Chaparral 10. I've been Keaton Thomas with Varsity Sports.
And I'm Antonio Gutierrez.
Have a good night, everyone.